God damn it. Back to the early morning antics, y'all. You already know how I do, man. You know, I gotta get my coffee. Gotta get my coffee rolling real quick. Give me a second, bear with me. Sponsored by Pete's. I like it because they drink it and they pay me for it. They not paying me for it. It's organic. This shit strong as shit. Organic shit, strong motherfucker. Alright. Put up this set. Almost done. What it do, Zach? What it do with the phone? Top of the AM. It's 8:30 in the morning out here. My babies is still sleeping, but they'll be up in probably like another hour or two. Especially Faith. Faith probably gonna hear me talking and just slide up out here. But finna make a PSA once again on this YouTube shit. Cause if you coming with a narrative on this box of shit, I'm unsubscribing, man. If you have a race narrative, if that's what you're doing on here, I don't care if we cool, I don't care if I know you, I don't care if I talk to you outside of YouTube. If I really notice that, bro, you got a narrative and what your channel is literally geared and catered to a particular fighter or fighters, what's up with Tobe though? What to do with the folk? Shout out Toby Bartlett, Zach Allen. What to do with the folk? If I notice that, bro, I'm just gonna unsubscribe to you. Period, point blank. I'm tired of like giving niggas passes and shit and trying to cause dudes is probably really cool dudes for real. But the shit that niggas on with your YouTube shit, I'm good. What to do with for real? I'll call you for real because you the truth. What to do with the folk? Top of the AM or shit. Good afternoon, good evening for everybody on the UK. But real rap, bro. Before I go in on Billy Joe Saunders and all that, I gotta say this real quick. If I really notice that narrative shit, I'm good. What's up with ERF boxing though? What to do with the folk? I will. What's up with Mad Dog though? What's up with Eric though? What's up with my boy? Shout out to my boy Myron Magnus, aka Double M. What to do with the folk? NBBC in the building. What to do with the folk? But I'm gonna speak on that situation with Billy Joe. I'm gonna speak on some stuff. You in for a little treat. I got some stuff I want to say. Got a lot of stuff I want to say. But everybody got mad. Well, I'm gonna say everybody, but a few people got mad at me for what I said about Punch Drunk a while back. Right? I am not subscribed to Punch Drunk Boxing or IBFP. Not because they bad dudes. Not because they fucked up in the head type of motherfuckers. Not for that reason. This is why. Nuke, you cater to Canelo fans, Ryan Garcia, anything Canelo, Eddie Reynoso. You cater to that shit. Your whole channel is geared around that. It's not unbiased boxing. Anytime somebody say something about Canelo in the negative, even if the shit true, here the fuck you come making your fucking videos trying to debunk whatever they say about Canelo. That's not to say that you've never criticized Canelo, but your whole channel is geared about Canelo. It's not mainly about boxing as a whole. It's about a particular fighter or fighters that are in this particular group, mainly Mexican fighters, not black fighters, Asians, Caucasian, European fighters, just Mexican fighters. So you're gearing to that fan base, the Mexican fighter fan base. That's what you are. That's what you are speaking to. That's the crowd you are trying to reel in. Is the Mexican crowd. Not mad at you for it. That's just what it is. Can't fuck with that. That's biased. So when you say we gotta be honest and unbiased, you might be honest and unbiased about a particular situation, but you're not honest and unbiased about the whole sport of boxing. That's facts. Not a diss, just facts. You're not honest and unbiased about the whole sport of boxing. Same thing with Punch Drunk. Same thing with Punch Drunk. Cool dude, come to understand all that shit. Yeah, I hear you. That bullshit you saying about Boo Andrade got to disrespect Canelo and all, bro, you capping. Your last two videos you made is cap. Cap. You straight cap, Punch. Can't fuck with you. God bless you. Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations on having 20,000+ subscribers, all that shit. Cool. God bless you. Do your thing. But I ain't fucking with that shit, bro. I'm not fucking with that race baiting and all that shit. And another reason, the third and final reason why I don't fuck with dudes like that, and I refuse to fuck with anybody that's on that shit, is because a lot of you niggas, when y'all first came on this YouTube shit, one of the first things y'all did was go at the LDBC niggas. That's one of the first things y'all did was go at the LDBC niggas. And look at what y'all doing now. Y'all doing the same shit them niggas doing. Only difference is it's not y'all not in a group doing the shit as a group, but y'all doing it as individuals. So that don't make you Punch Drunk or Nuke. That don't make you niggas no better than them. It don't make you no better than them dudes. I'd rather, bro. What's up with Fred though? That's what I was just finna say that. I'd rather watch Mini Max boxing, bro. I'd rather watch him. Because he really unbiased. He really gonna give you an unbiased perspective, and the motherfucker a kid. So if I had the choice between watching Mini Max, Nuke, or Punch Drunk, I'm watching Mini Max. I'm not watching them because they are catering to the Mexican Latin fan base. That's what y'all doing. Y'all not catering to the sport of boxing like what I do, what I inspire to do. Y'all catering to a fan base. Every time something go against Canelo or Teofimo, Punch, here you come. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch Bruce Vane. I don't watch Bruce Vane no more. We don't even me and that nigga don't even function with each other no more. He over there, I'm over here. That's that. We stopped fucking with each other a long time ago. What's up with Los though? What's up with Rude? Make sure I didn't mention nobody in the chat. Eric, what it do with the foe? But for real, like, we can't be talking about other side niggas, right? And talk about how poison or how toxic they are for the sport of boxing and then do the same type of shit. What make you better? How can I say I'm better than them niggas in the LDBC, but every time Anthony Yard do something, I'm making excuses for him. Every time Terrence Crawford, I'm making excuses for him. Not gonna keep it a buck regardless. Riding the Errol Spence fanboy train and shit, cause he black. What I look like, how I look better than them. No different. So as far as I'm concerned, if that's what you doing, you ain't no better than LDBC, Nuke, Punch Drunk Boxing. You niggas ain't no better than them. Cause y'all do the same shit. Y'all just do it for the Mexican fan base. I don't want to see that on my timeline. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see what y'all got going on. None of that shit. It's bias. I'm not here for a biased narrative. I'm here to speak real boxing talk. That don't mean that they might not say no real shit, no cool shit pertaining to whatever the fuck they talking about. They still biased as fuck. I don't need that shit in my life because then I'll be going to their channels to debate them on their bullshit. And I don't care to do that shit. I don't give a fuck that much. Now, to Billy Joe, I don't feel bad for you, cuz. I don't feel bad for Billy Joe. Excuse me. The reason why I say I don't feel bad for Billy Joe is because Billy Joe brought all this on himself. Billy Joe brought all this heat on himself. And I don't appreciate a lot of you fighters in the UK backing up Billy Joe all of a sudden. Now all of a sudden, y'all coming to Billy Joe's beck and call. Y'all trying to vouch for Billy Joe, saying, oh, he didn't quit. He didn't this. He didn't that. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay. Why wasn't y'all saying all that shit when he said what he said about Daniel Dubois? Why wasn't y'all saying all that shit when he was talking about Chris Eubanks Jr. mom? Shout out Boxing Beats and Rhymes. He recently just watched a video pertaining to Billy Joe Saunders and all that. Appreciate you for making that video, man. Shout out Boxing Beats and Rhymes. But when you said what you said about Chris Eubanks Jr.'s mom, talking shit about people's parents and shit, hey, you everything that everybody's saying about you, saying that you quit and all that shit, everything that everybody's saying about you, Billy, you brought it on yourself. In some instance, you deserve it. You brought it on yourself. You was talking shit about God and everybody, like you was the big cheese out here. Shout out Ted Cheeseman. You know what I'm saying? Like you was just a big dog out here. And then when you actually got caught with some shit, you backed up. Daniel Dubois actually didn't quit when he realized his eye was fucked up. Daniel Dubois realized his eye was fucked up and he kept fighting. Only reason why he took a knee was because he couldn't fight no more. I got you on. Give me a sec. I got some time. Give me a sec. So for you to say that, oh, he should have went out on his shield, he took a knee and let the ref count him out, he's a coward. So basically, you wanted him to do what you didn't do. Or what everybody else is saying, what you wanted him to be blind? Did none of you motherfuckers in the UK get at Billy Joe Saunders when he said that fuck shit about Daniel Dubois? And y'all didn't say that shit to come to Daniel Dubois' aid. Because y'all motherfuckers ain't say, well, what did you want, Billy? Did you want Daniel to be blind? Because that's what could have happened. Motherfucker could have lost the motherfucker eye. Then what? But oh no, when your bitch ass hurt, get your eye socket busted the fuck up. You say, didn't even protest. All you said was, man, I can't see. Man, I can't see. Ebony, what's that girl name? What's that girl name? Ebony Barnes. I forgot what I think it's Ebony Barnes or something. The bitch, I know that bitch couldn't see. I know that bitch couldn't see. I know she couldn't. Tyson Fury, when he fought Tom Schultz. Not Tom Schultz, when he fought Otto Wylene, when he got cut. He couldn't see. Had blood in his eye, all the shit. Could not see, bad cut, all the shit. Could have fucked his eye off. Tyson didn't have to continue that shit. Could have said, man, fuck this. Man, my eye is going. I'm going to lose my eye fighting Otto Wylene. Who the fuck is Otto Wylene? Tyson Fury kept fighting. He couldn't see. He even said it after the fight. They asked him, could you see? He said, nope, couldn't see. Couldn't see nothing. But he still fought. Monster Inoue, fucked up eye socket, still fought. You think Kell Brook eye socket broke after the fight with Triple G, or it happened during the fight with Triple G? That motherfucker eye socket was fucked up during the fight with Triple G. Then shortly after the motherfucker fight, hard hitting, combination, volume punching Earl Spence Jr. and get his eye busted up some fucking more. And then fights again. Ebony, thank you, Toby. Ebony Bridges. That bitch eye was like this. Swole. Closed. I know that bitch couldn't see. I know that bitch couldn't see. And I don't want to hear her opponent don't hit like Canelo. Da, 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 da. Man, look, an eye is an eye. It don't matter who hitting. If your eye fucked up and somebody keep hitting you in that bitch, you can still have some significant damage. And I don't think the bitch she was fighting would have been pity patting that eye, pretty much. I don't think so. Let me tell you something. Billy Joe wouldn't have died, bro. Y'all over exaggerating. Y'all be capping for Canelo. Canelo is a man just like anybody else. He could be beat just like anybody else. Stop acting like Canelo is the second coming of motherfucking Jesus. Like he can't get touched when the motherfucker can get touched. I told you niggas, made videos about the shit. I told you Canelo is the most disciplined boxer in boxing. What's up with Chain with the ice though? What's up with Chain with the ice though? Hold up, I missed the comment. Hold up. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Los. You cannot talk. You cannot say the shit you say and then do that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You cannot say, "Oh, if I was out, it's a coward move if you take a knee and let the ref count you out." Blah blah blah. Oh, it's a coward move if you quit on your stool, and then by the grace of God, in the biggest fight of your career, the fight that you said that you've been waiting to have since you were a 5-year-old little boy, you were finally in position to make that fight actually happen, or you're actually in that fight, and you didn't even protest when your trainer said, "Hey, I'm gonna stop the fight." I think you literally went to the corner and told them you couldn't see, and they was like, "All right, you can't see, stop the fight." And I think so too. I think Billy Joe was doing good in the fight. He was doing really good in the fight. Really is. He really was. And for him to look to like I could really see if Billy Joe was getting washed. I ain't even gonna flex. If Billy Joe was getting washed the whole fight, like just beat round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just getting his ass beat, like you couldn't see around Billy Joe was winning, I would say that in that position he was looking for a way out. You know what I'm saying? But he was doing good in the fight. Now, do I think he could have won on points? Nah, they was already on some fuckery with prior fights. So of course he wasn't gonna win on points, but he was making a fight of it. And I think he could have persisted, and I think he could have lost in the SD. But like I said, the fight wasn't gonna go 10 rounds. How did I have it to the 8th? I had Canelo winning all but 3 rounds. You could argue a 4th, but I had Billy Joe winning 3 rounds. I ain't even gonna lie. I gave Billy Joe 3 rounds. I gave him the first, 4th, and I think the 3rd. But I know I gave him the 1st and the 4th. But I gave it 3 rounds. I thought he fought good for three good solid rounds. But once Canelo started to pick his shots, put his punches together, those straight right hands to the body. Khalid Plant he got heart, but he don't got the chin, bro. He don't got the chin. He don't got the chin. Somebody must have booted Gerald. Oh shit! I heard 4-3 or 5-2. Yeah, I hear 5-2 a lot. I hear 5-2 a lot. But I gave him 3. Now, don't get me wrong. Once it got to 7 and 8, that's when I was like, Billy. That eighth round, I really knew. I knew it was. I would say if he didn't, if he would have came off the stool, that was the beginning of the end. Round 8. If the fight would have went 12, round 8 was gonna be the beginning of the end. It was competitive all the way up until what's up, Pigeon? It was what's up with Jeff? Jeffrey Sharp. It was competitive all the way up until like round 5, 5, 6. It was competitive. 7 and 8, Canelo that's when he just separated himself. And round 8 was literally full separation. I mean, think about it. Billy Joe did all that for 8 rounds to get caught with one significant punch, fight over. Canelo basically hit him good. You could probably count how many good times he hit him pretty good. Who has the best chance to beat him? Dimitri Bivol. He has the best chance. What's up with Chan Smoke? Dimitri Bivol. David Benavidez don't go to the body. I would say Benavidez, but he headhunt too much. He don't go to the body. You gotta have a full. Let me tell y'all something. You have to have a full arsenal. You cannot just be fast. You cannot just be strong. You got to have a full arsenal. I'm gonna get to that, Los. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm gonna get to that. What's up with George though? I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna speak on that. You gotta have a full arsenal if you want to beat Canelo. You cannot fight Canelo and like I said, you just strong, you hit hard or you fast. Like you gotta have way more tangibles. Or if you got decent defense or whatever, you gotta have all the tangibles, good footwork, hand speed, IQ. You gotta know. Like Billy Joe could have did a lot more with Canelo than he did. Canelo is in the high guard too much. He is there to throw an uppercut, throw a straight left or a straight right to the body, depending on which stance that you use. But Triple G not gonna beat Canelo. Triple G too flat footed. Triple G too flat footed. Canelo gonna sleep Triple G. Now, I'm not saying that to cap for you Canelo fans. I'm saying that because based on how Canelo fight and the way he throw his punches and his hard counters, all he gonna do is stay in the pocket, wait for Triple G to come forward, shoot that hard jab or his hard punches. He gonna slip, whop, and come back with them hard left hooks, overhand rights. Triple G not gonna stand up for that for 12 rounds. I'd be surprised if he did stand up. If he did stand up to that for 12 rounds, I promise you, Triple G wouldn't be the same fighter after that fight. He'd be fucked up. Yes, I do think Bivol can handle Canelo's power. I do think so. Biv, you asked me who has the best chance. Bivol. Bivol got pop. He got the punching power to keep Canelo off of him, or in a sense to make Canelo respect him enough to reassess what he finna do before he engaged with Bivol. He can't come at Bivol with no stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Bivol is a combination puncher. He do put his punches together, so he's not finna sit there and throw one, two punches at a time. He gonna put some shit together. Now, where I would be afraid of with Bivol is if he decides to get overcommitted to his arsenal and Canelo come back with one of those looping hard counters and he get caught. That's where I will be nervous with Bivol. Is will he know when to throw his combinations and when to just shoot one or two shots on Canelo? Because Canelo is not a combination puncher. Canelo is a 1-2, 1-2, 3, 2-3, 2 type of fighter. He is not a 1-2-3-4, shoe shine you, window wash you. He's not that type of fighter. He's in there to literally just throw one or two good hard power shots. Mostly all Canelo's punches are pretty hard, pretty thudding. So if Bivol tries to go in there and try to outpoint him or try to just throw hella shots, he could for one overwork himself and work himself into fatigue. Canelo could catch him in the late rounds that way. That's how Canelo could get him. Or Bivol could get too stupid and just thinking because he's Bivol, he's just gonna come and throw his combinations and Canelo catch him with a hard counter. Bivol is asleep. So Bivol has to fight a smart fight. He has to. He has to. But what I do know is that Bivol has the pop to where Canelo ain't finna just walk you down and bully you like that. I'd be surprised to see Canelo bully Bivol. I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised to see. Nah, wouldn't say bully Bivol because the last dude kind of bullied him a little bit. But the person that I really would be surprised to see Canelo bully would be Arturo Beterbiev because his style is literally geared to be in the pocket, to be here. So those hard thudding punches that Canelo throw, Bivol will sit there. I mean not Bivol, Beterbiev will stay there, catch, 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 and counter. That's a very hard opponent for Canelo too, is Arturo Beterbiev. Not because of his skill set, but because of his fighting style. Everybody's saying how movers and people that move around and use the ring and use their feet give Canelo problems. But what if you got a big, strong guy? Because Arturo Beterbiev is a big, strong guy. You got a big, strong guy who's willing to sit, whose style is to sit there in the pocket and break you down with hard, thudding shots. And he has equal power in both hands. So Canelo likes to walk you down, keep you in the pocket. Arturo Beterbiev likes to sit in the pocket, take a few, give you my one. And I feel like if Canelo sits in the pocket, Arturo Beterbiev, he gonna catch him with something. And that's a fight that I want to see how he deals with that type of fighter. You know what I'm saying? Because I think a fight with Arturo Beterbiev will be what they was trying to do with what's his name? What's his name? Trained by Ann Wolf. It's on the tip of my tongue. Dude was trained by Ann Wolf. I can't remember his name. I can't remember his name. But I think that's the fight they was looking for with that fight. And it didn't go that way. So James Kirkland. James Kirkland. That's the name. So I think it'll be a better version of a James Kirkland fight. And I don't think the fight would end the same way it ended with James Kirkland. I think Arturo Beterbiev would give him a lot more fits. You know what I mean? Staying in the pocket, could take some, could take a few, but I also got pop too. So you ain't gonna want to sit there and eat this shit. Arturo Beterbiev go to the body too, and Dimitri Bivol go to the body too. And I think those body shots will pay dividends and ends later on in the fight because you got to go to that body and you got to go to the body early. And I do see both of these fighters, Dimitri Bivol and Arturo Beterbiev, as being fighters that will utilize that early on Canelo. So a fighter of those two calibers or magnitudes, yeah, they have the higher chance of beating them. There are a lot of, I wouldn't say a lot, there are a couple of fighters that got the potential and the skill set to beat Canelo. They just don't have the other tangibles that are necessary to beat Canelo. They either got the skill, but they don't got the discipline. You know what I'm saying? They got the speed, but they don't got the skill. They got the power, but they don't got the skill or the discipline. They always lack something. It's always something that they lack. And in order to beat Canelo, there has to be something that you do better than him. There has to be an area where you're really better than him. And there are areas that Arturo Beterbiev is better than Canelo, because in my personal humble opinion, Arturo Beterbiev is, I wouldn't say a better defense, a better not defense, a better inside the booth fighter, but I would say they on par. They on par. You know what I mean? So in my opinion, I think they on par. Because Arturo Beterbiev don't want to take a backward step. He don't. Arturo Beterbiev is not going to fight off the back foot. It's not going to happen. Arturo Beterbiev wants to stay in the pocket. Now, if Canelo puts Arturo Beterbiev on the back foot, that's going to pose a problem for him. And that would show a lot on Canelo's part. But that's neither here nor there. That's there to be seen. Canelo has a great jab. And yes, and his experience. I was asked a question. I had to get back to it. Man, you know what? That's a setup question. I'm finna start spazzing on you niggas when y'all ask me that shit. Does Canelo have a bag? What kind of question is that? Do I think Bivol can handle Canelo power? early, early. But if Canelo go to the body early on Bivol, I don't think Bivol will be able to deal with that in the mid to later rounds. Because Canelo is one of those type of fighters that like to, he kind of do the Lomachenko shit. Like, you know what? I can't even say that because that's giving Lomachenko too much fucking credit. All great fighters. Floyd Mayweather, Canelo, Vasily Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney. Who else do that shit? Uh, Anthony Joshua. This type of fighters, they make adjustments in the fight. They download information. First round, they seeing what you do. Oh, when I throw my right hand, he do this. Okay, when I feint this, he do that. Okay, when I do this, he do that. Okay, now I get your patterns. I get your patterns. Okay, now I get your timing. I get your timing. I get your timing. Okay, now I got your timing. So round 1, 2, and 3, I'm getting your habits, your patterns, your timing. I'm getting all that down. I'm downloading all that information, all that. So when we get to rounds 4, 5, and 6, I'm turn up on you a little bit. I'm turn up on you. I'm gonna start throwing, instead of me throwing 1 or 2, I might finish with a 3 and a 4. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, let me see what he do with that. Okay, now see what he do with that. He don't like when I do this. Oh, when you do this, I do this. Bam, catch him every time. Oh, now I'm getting him. Now I'm finding him. Now I'm seeing where he's at. Now I know what I'm finna do with him. Now I got him timed. Now I didn't already felt this power. So now I'm like, his power ain't got shit. His speed ain't got shit. All right, cool. I see his habits here when I do this, so I'm finna catch him here. Pop, pop, pop. Now, bam, fight over. You didn't pick him apart throughout that whole process. You just pick him apart. And that's what Floyd do. That's what Vasily Lomachenko do, and that's what Canelo do. They download information. First 2 to 3 rounds, they start downloading information, and they start to pick where they finna attack at. And then you start to see in the middle to the late rounds, motherfucker can't do shit with them. Y'all wonder why? Because the first 2, maybe 3 rounds, because some of them, they only need like a round or 2 and they got you. 2 rounds, I got them. But some fighters, give them 3 good rounds. They just downloading information. They just downloading information. All your habits, all what you do good, what you do bad, where I'm going to get you at, all the shit. And then once we get to the middle and late rounds, and then also you start to slow down too. It's like, oh, he's slowing down. Oh, okay. Not only do I pick up on his habits, not only am I seeing what he's good at and what he ain't good at, now the motherfucker's slowing down. So you doing all this shit, you working and pop, 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 pop into us, and even the casual fan, dude might be looking like he winning the fight, but mentally he losing. That's why they tell you 90% mental, 10% physical. Because what we might look at and see a motherfucker winning, motherfucker not winning. I say the same thing. And I say this as a credit and a compliment to Deontay Wilder. I say this about Deontay Wilder fights. I said if you don't hurt him early, he gonna get you late. All he do is wait for you to get tired. You're gonna wear yourself out, and then once you get to round 7, 8, 9, he gonna throw that right hand, and your legs is gonna be on wobble street. You're gonna feel spaghetti legs, cause you didn't work yourself up for fucking 9 rounds, and you fucking 250, 240 plus pound motherfucker. And you throwing all these punches, you moving all this other extra shit, and then next thing you know, you getting tired, you fatigued, and then you got this 6'7" shit thing motherfucker that hit like a tank, who all you gotta do is just throw that right hand, because he ain't throwing shit. He's still fresh. He ain't thrown but 2 punches in 8 rounds. He hella fresh. The only reason why he's sweating is because of the heat from the lights. But he ain't tired at all. He just sitting there waiting for you to wear down so he could just catch you with the right hand. Fight over. Respect game. Let me get to these comments. What's up with Dragon Leg? What's up with Iron Kong, man? Tony Lyons, what's up with the dude with the fold? If Crawford could fight it that way, you think? Yeah, I think Crawford could get him. Crawford gonna make the adjustment. Where he see Canelo make the mistakes, he gonna capitalize on it. A lot of fighters don't have the IQ to do that. They don't have it. You can't fight a perfect fight against Canelo. That's impossible. Floyd didn't even do that. And Wolf beat the fuck out of Claressa Shields. Don't give a fuck what nobody say. And Wolf beat the fuck out of Claressa Shields. Real rap. Why you think Claressa Shields ain't calling out Ann Wolf? Why you think Claressa Shields ain't saying shit about no Ann Wolf? She'll talk about Christy Martin. She'll talk about Layla Ali. She'll talk about what's the other little bitch's name? I don't keep a women's box, but she'll talk about all the mother hoes. She'll talk about them all day long. All day long, no problem. She ain't gonna say shit about Ann motherfucking Wolf. I promise you. She gonna think 7, 8, 9, 10 times before she open her mouth and say anything about Ann Wolf. Okay? Real rap. Let me tell y'all something. These fighters aren't in the game for fights, bro. They're in it for clout. Boxing is about clout now. It's not about fighting the best. It's not about to be the man to beat the man. If you want to see that shit, MMA, kickboxing. Boxing ain't about that shit. Boxing is about building your profile up, building your name up. And the only way I peeped that also with how motherfuckers been doing shit. But Edgar Belunga said some fuck shit when he was talking about he feel like he should main event. Eric, you don't need no fucking main event shit. You ain't done shit in boxing. You fought 17 times. You fought 17 no-name motherfuckers, and you knocked out 16 of the 17 of them no-name motherfuckers that don't nobody know nothing the fuck about. So there's no way in fucking 7 hills that your motherfucking Mexican Latino ass need to be fucking main eventing your next fight. You ain't done shit. That's the problem with you promoters and you fighters. You motherfuckers keep giving them shit off of doing nothing. They don't gotta do shit. 10,000 followers or on Instagram, 20,000 followers on Instagram, 100,000 followers on Instagram. And these motherfuckers thinking they the best thing since sliced motherfucking cheese and shit. And they only got barely 20 motherfucking fights and they ain't even fought nobody worth a damn. He said that in the interview when watch Edgar Belunga in the interview with Max Kellerman on Max on Boxing. He said himself that he's proven himself and he should meet his next fight is gonna be a main event. He's done with co-mains. He feel he too big for co-mains after 17 fucking fights. Fuck out of here, man. Where my coffee at? You pissed me off. Fuck my cup. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna get on. I was gonna talk about that Frank Sanchez shit. That dude bogus. Not Frank Sanchez. He's actually cool. He's actually a decent guy. He's a decent fighter. But the dude that fought him, he capped. He capped. He wanted a way out. He capped. He wanted a way out. No, I'm not saying Wilder's a tactician. What I would say is his team is. His strategy is brilliant. That like Wilder don't have no boxing skills. No boxing skills. None, really. Well, Wilder do got chin, he got heart. That's what's carried him in his career and in his right hand. Got a chin. He ain't that bright because he doing what they tell him to do. He ain't the smartest motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't the brightest. But he got chin and he got heart. Because he didn't took some punches. Some decent, clean punches that any lesser person probably would have failed. So I give him that. But skill set, mm-mm, mm-mm. That's why I said Andy Ruiz won't beat him. Because all Andy Ruiz is gonna do is just stand in the pocket and wing a ding. And Wilder just gonna stay like this. And as long as he don't get caught with nothing hella clean, he gonna be cool. You get Wilder by going to the body. Go to the body. Go to the body. That takes all that steam out that right hand out. Go to the body. Pop, pop. Well, cap. For real, it's cap. All Wilder shit. The reason why I don't make Wilder videos because it'll never be positive. I'll never have too much positive shit to say about Wilder aside from what I just said. Chin, heart, right hand. Aside from that, I won't say nothing positive about dude. And he a good dad. He a family man. So I respect that shit. But other than that, because you see him training with Malik Scott. What is Malik Scott gonna do for Wilder that what is Malik Scott really gonna do for Wilder? Malik Scott, a fighter that you fought, took a dive for you, right? He's your friend, he's your homie. So he's not gonna tell you where you fuck up at. He's not gonna tell you where you wrong at. Or he's just gonna go with the flow of the momentum of what you've been doing. What the fuck is Malik Scott gonna do for you that a former Olympian, a former world champion in the same sport and it's your same business that you in? What is he gonna do for you? Malik Scott ain't a former world champion. Malik Scott ain't a former Olympian. Malik Scott ain't did shit in the sport of boxing. Malik Scott, biggest name on the biggest name on Malik Scott's resume is Deontay motherfucking Wilder. So who the fuck is Malik Scott? Anybody, I'm tell you something. Anybody can hold some mitts for you and tell you do this shit. And make a video and make it and you doing it for one round and say, man, we just did 10 rounds. No, you didn't. You just 1 round or 2 rounds just to get you to sweat. So it looked like something. You motherfuckers really ain't in here working. Wilder not working hard on nothing. Why would Wilder all of a sudden work on something that he ain't never cared to work on ever in his life? He even said it in a fucking interview recently that he nigga don't run, the nigga don't hit the bag, the nigga don't hit the mitts. He don't do none of that shit. He don't do none of that. So when he make a video of him hitting the mitts with Malik, I ain't cap. All cap. Fuck Wilder. He just holding on to the little fame he got. Straight up. Fuck Wilder. Cap. What do I think of his last fight? Garbage. Andy Ruiz's last fight was garbage. You pretty much went life and death with a one-armed OG Chris Arreola. And if anything, I give more props to Chris Arreola for going the whole brother. Even though he lost, I give more props to Chris Arreola for being a 40-year-old dude who pretty much fought with one arm. The former unified heavyweight champion of the world fought him to a 12-round split decision, whatever the fuck. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. And Chris Arreola put Andy Ruiz on his ass. Come on, man. I'm not impressed with Andy. Andy was supposed to knock out Chris Arreola. He's supposed to get him out of there within 6 to 8 rounds. That fight was not supposed to go the distance. I'm not impressed with no Andy Ruiz, man. I don't give a fuck how much weight he lost. That weight loss didn't help him knock out Chris Arreola. That weight loss didn't help him fight better against Chris Arreola. He looked like a typical Andy Ruiz. He just small. Fuck out of here. Oscar Valdez is good. I think Oscar Valdez is a good fighter. See what he does. 2 or 3 times. Like, man, come on, man. It's Chris Ariona, man. No disrespect to you, Chris. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not a prime fighter. You a 40-year-old man, bro. I already said when I turn 40, I'm not trying to be getting punched on and kicked on and shit. Like, I'm cool. I'm cool on that, bro. What changes? Hold up. I'm gonna get you in a minute, Mimo. What's up with Mimo though? Ain't seen you in a minute. When Chris put a bad word, only one hand drop. It's a problem. Ruiz got gas. Yep. Yep. Yes, sir. DT. So with my boy Mimo though. I ain't seen my boy Mimo in a minute. What they do with the folk? Congratulations, bro. Congratulations. What you majoring in, bro? What's your major? Canelo to possibly be undisputed in both 68 and 75. Just a thought since Eddie Reynoso says. I think that's what he's finna do. I said that in my live the other night. I think Canelo is gonna become undisputed at 68. And in the meantime, in between time, Joe Smith Jr., Arturo Beterbiev, Dimitri Bivol are going to end up locking horns sooner or later. And you're going to see one of them three. It's probably going to be either Dimitri Bivol or Arturo Beterbiev. No disrespect to you, Joe, but I just don't see you beating Dimitri Bivol because he whooped your ass like a motherfucker the first time y'all fought. And I get it. You're probably not the same fighter you was when y'all fought that first time. But I don't see nothing about you that's telling me that you're going to beat Dimitri Bivol the second time. And I don't see nothing in you that's saying that you're going to be Arturo Beterbiev. I don't see you keeping Arturo Beterbiev off. So I think for undisputed at light heavyweight, it's going to be between Arturo Beterbiev and Dimitri Bivol. And I think the winner of that fight is the one that's going to end up fighting Canelo for all the marbles at light heavyweight. So I think Canelo is going to become undisputed at 168 because Khalid don't got shit. And then once he do that, it's going to be an opportunity for Canelo to move up in weight and fight for undisputed at light heavyweight. Now, past that, I don't think I think he can retire. Right now, I don't want to hear nothing. Yes, sir, I did, Tony. I did speak on it. I don't want to hear nothing. If Canelo do that, leave that man alone. Leave that man alone. Don't hit me with the he ain't fought Charlo. He ain't fought Benavidez. Don't hit me with that, bro. That's just cap, bro. That's just cap. He ain't finna go after Murata. He don't got no reason to. Canelo want the belts. So, Boo Andrade, he ain't finna fuck with you. You champ at 160. You have nothing that Canelo want. Nothing. You have nothing that Canelo want. Everything that Canelo wants is at 68. So the game you got to play, you got to have something Canelo want. That's just what it is. And right now, Khalid Plant. That's why you think, do you hear Khalid Plant saying anything? Khalid ain't saying nothing. Khalid waiting on his turn. He kicking back. He's just waiting on his turn. I ain't seen one Khalid Plant interview yet. Not one. I haven't seen one Khalid Plant interview since the Billy Joe Saunders fight was announced. I haven't seen no Khalid Plant interviews since the Billy Joe Saunders Canelo fight. It's been over. He just sitting back. Plant ain't saying shit. That nigga is straight mute. I don't think he gonna say nothing for a minute. Do I see anybody beating him? Like I said, Dimitri Bivol, Arturo Beterbiev. I'm one of them. Nobody at 68 beat Canelo. Nobody at 68 gonna beat Canelo. Nobody. And if Plant prices himself out, who he gonna fight? Because IBF don't play about mandates. So if they mandate Canelo, he fucked. Canelo got a good chance against everybody. I'm just saying that's a fight that could happen. Triple G and Murata. That's a fight that could happen. That's a fight that could happen. I'll go with Triple G. I think Murata is good. But I think what gets me with Triple G is just his jab. His jab is fucking. Right now, I'm just teaching. I'm teaching and training. I haven't really tripped on fighting right now. Because, like, I've been really focusing on my family ever since COVID hit. And my wife been working a lot more. So I've been like, I train, but I try to take more time out for my family now. Because when I was fighting or trying to get fights, because I didn't get to fight really too much, or when that was a focus, I wasn't really here. I was either at the gym training, working, and then I'll be on YouTube doing my live streams and shit. But Munguia Berlanga, that's a good fight. That's a good fight. I go with Munguia experience. I think Berlanga, he don't got the experience. And I think Berlanga is going to be one of those dudes that's going to bite off more than he could chew one day. He's either going to be one of those fighters that's going to bite off more than what he could chew, or he going to fight a fight that nobody think he going to win, and he going to win it, and he going to prove that he should be a main eventer. Right now, he ain't done shit, in my opinion, to prove that he's a main eventer. He kicking back. Triple G kicking back. If I was playing, I wouldn't be looking at Canelo. Plant can't beat Canelo. Potential, but he can't beat him. He don't go to the body. He do get hit with clean shit. I don't see him beating him. Man, happy birthday to him. Happy birthday to him, Tony. And then when you got 3 daughters, one going through puberty, my kids need me, cuz. My kids need me. Now, that was hella funny. That was hella funny. Hold up. I'm finna do it. You fight with nobody. You win belt from nobody. That had me dying. Canelo, you fight with nobody. You win belt from nobody. Now look, I'm gonna say this. all y'all YouTubers, Punch Drunk, Nuke, and any other YouTuber that be on that shit. I just speak on the ones that I know for sure by name, because I get tired of not saying you niggas' names because I be trying to be nice to you niggas because I actually do respect you niggas. But when y'all say some fuck shit, and if y'all feel some way about me, feel free. Just understand, I clap back. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, when y'all say shit like Demetrius Andrade had disrespected Canelo, how the fuck he disrespect Canelo? How the fuck he disrespect him? I'm sure you got your way. I'm sure you got your fucking answer and all that shit. He didn't disrespect him, bro. Did you? I bet you. Did you feel? Do you feel he disrespected Jamal Charlo when he did it to him? Bet you didn't say that shit then. Bet you didn't say that when he was talking to Jamal Charlo. You didn't say that shit then. But oh, when it's Canelo, oh, he disrespectful. Canelo ain't fucking God, bro. Get off. Stop. Y'all need to stop sucking Canelo dick. For real. Like, y'all be on that Canelo dick juice. Real rap. Y'all be swallowing for that nigga, licking his ass, sucking his shit out his ass, all kinds of shit, bro. Y'all be capping for Canelo. Canelo is a man just like every other motherfucker in the game. Feel me? But that cap shit, Demetrius Andrade didn't disrespect. Demetrius Andrade did what he was supposed to do. If he want to get that Canelo smoke, he feel he deserves some Canelo smoke. So he put himself out there to say, hey, what's up? You know what I'm saying? What's up? When we gonna have a rap? You fight with nobody. Okay, look, check this out. All you motherfuckers, Canelo too. All you punk bitch motherfuckers that keep saying this nigga ain't fight nobody. He ain't fight nobody. You can't fight motherfuckers who don't wanna fight you. What part of that motherfuckers don't understand? Like, it's clear, cut, and dry. Same shit with Terrence Crawford. Now, has Boo Boo Andrade fought anybody significant? No. But has he put himself out there that he want to fight these niggas and was serious about that shit? Yes. And when he did that shit, did them motherfuckers step up to the plate and say, all right, I see you, nigga? No. So how the fuck we finna keep blaming Boo Boo Andrade and Terrence Crawford for the motherfuckers that won't fight him? Triple G won't fight him. Won't fight him. At once, all Triple G gunning forward. Canelo. Boo Boo Andrade was chasing the Charlo brothers from when they was at 54 and 60. Didn't want nothing to do with him. Nothing to do with him. Nothing. Nothing. It was a situation where Boo Boo Andrade was just at a fucking fight. Just at the fight. That's when he had his nose pierced and shit. I didn't like that shit. But that's when he was at the fight. And them niggas was just like, he was like, bro, I'm trying to see you niggas. I'm trying to fight you niggas. Okay. Andrade pulled duck a couple of fights. Name some. Name some. Because I'm not here to hate on Andrade. I'm not here to hate on Canelo. I'm just going to tell you some real shit. So if you want to hate on Andrade, I'm going to fuck your whole narrative up. If you want to hate on Canelo, I'm going to fuck your whole narrative up. I'm going to fuck it up. So please, if you just saying that shit pigeon because you want to shit on Andrade, I'm going to fuck your whole argument up. I'm not saying Andrade is a fucking saint. I'm not saying he an angel. And that's something that y'all always got to go to every time. Hey, well, Andrade ducks a couple of fights. Canelo ducked fights. Who hasn't ducked some fucking fights, bruh? For whatever reason, whether if it was the timing was bad, situation, life circumstances, whatever the situation is, a lot of motherfuckers have not taken fights or backed out of fights for whatever reason. So that don't take away from the fact that the motherfucker has been trying to get fights. Y'all say shit like that to shit on a motherfucker. To take away from the shit that they do that's actually good. Y'all quick to shit on people. Y'all quick to turn a positive into a negative. Quick. Who the fuck is Korobov though? Who is Korobov? Who is Korobov? And he fought at 160 for a belt when he was gonna fight Jamil. Then he was gonna fight Billy Joe. Billy Joe fucked that up. If you ask me who was the better opponent, Jamil or Billy Joe, what's the better opponent to fight? Fight for a title, WBO belt at 160 in Billy Joe, or you could fight. Was he up and coming? Or he had the WBC belt. This is before he lost to Tony Harrison. WBC 154-pound champion in Jermell Charlo. He chose to move up and fought Billy Joe. Billy Joe is the better of the two skill-wise. And the more accomplished boxer. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what I'm saying. So it's like, yeah, well, Andrade ducked this person. Well, Canelo ducked this person. Well, he ducked Charlos. Well, the Charlos ducked this person. We could go back and forth on that shit. And honestly, when y'all do that shit, that's bitch shit to me. Andrade did this. Andrade did that. If you don't like Andrade, if you want to shit on Andrade, take that shit somewhere the fuck else. Because I'm not finna go back and forth with, well, he did this, he ducked this. I don't want to have that one-off. For what? It's stupid. It's bitch shit. I'm not finna argue with you about who ducked who or who did this, bro. It's boxing. It's all bullshit. Canelo ducked Andrade. The Charlo brothers didn't duck the Canelo smoke. Canelo ducked the Charlo smoke. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ducking. I made a video. Everybody ducking. Get the fuck out of here, man. Right. Come on, man. Cap. But it don't matter. This is the fight game. Y'all, nigga, if my shirt offends you that much, you need to do something the fuck else. Because if I'm getting in your head and we ain't even in the same fucking division, we ain't even in the same division. I fight at 160, you fight at 68. I'm just trying to get that. I've been chasing you since 54. Now we at 68. I'm still chasing you. Bruh, if you look at all this, that's why I hate talking about it. Because it turns into gossip. It's not even about the sport anymore. It's about the moves these niggas making and the bitch tendencies that they show. It's not even about the sport no more. You know what I'm saying? This person did this person did that. You know what? I'm gonna tell you this right now. I don't give a fuck about 2015. I don't even give a fuck about 2018. I don't give a fuck about what happened in 2017. That's you motherfuckers always holding on. Well, he did this. He did this. That shit don't matter right now. It don't. The only reason why it matters is because you, the fan, you, the YouTuber, you make it matter. When in reality, it don't fucking matter. If you want a Canelo fight, you get a belt at 68 and you wait your fucking turn. Andrade, I love you. I respect you, dog. But Canelo not finna fight you because he don't respect you as a fighter. He don't respect you as a champion, so he's not going to fight you. You're not even in his division. So he's going to come up with every excuse, every reason to not fight you because there is nothing in Canelo's career or in your career that is making y'all align. So Boo Boo Andrade, you're not getting that Canelo smoke. I hate to break it to you. It's not going to happen. Now, if you had the IBF strap, oh yeah, you're getting that. But you're not getting that. Jermall Charlo, you for damn sure not getting it. And you really don't want that smoke. You're not getting that shit. That's not happening. You ain't even at 100. You ain't even fought a 68-pounder. You just fought your first legitimate 60-pounder in Derevchenko, and you been at 160 pounds for over 3 years. And you just now fighting your first legitimate 60-pounder. Shut the fuck up, Jermall. Shut the fuck up. David Benavidez, you can't even stay disciplined to keep your belt, because had you would have kept your belt, all you would have had to do was sit your fat ass down and wait your turn. Wait for that Canelo call. It's all the fuck you had to do. Fucked it up. Yo bad. But I don't care about what happened in yesteryear. I really don't. I don't. But then now with that, with that cone, if let's say if he did have the strap, right, for debate's sake, just for conversation's sake, and Canelo didn't fight Boo Boo Andrade, bruh, we would rip him. Social media would rip him. I want to be the first Mexican American, or the first Mexican super middleweight undisputed champion ever in boxing history, and you one belt away from that shit, and you don't do it because of who happened, man. Rip your new asshole. Rip you a new asshole, boy. I know I would. I'll rip Canelo. I'll rip Canelo up. He do that dumb shit. What's my top 5 pound for pound right now? For real, I don't even think about pound for pound, because pound for pound is really objective and it's really opinionated. And most people, pound for pounds is really just their favorite fighter. It's not even about what they've done in the sport. It's just your favorite fighter, the dude you like the most. But if I were to be honest, Canelo, Terrence Crawford, Canelo number 1, because he's done a lot in the sport. Canelo number 1, Terrence Crawford number 2. I'm going between Monster Inoue and Teofimo, but I really like, because of Teofimo beating Vasily Lomachenko, I put Teofimo number 3, Monster Inoue number 4, and I'm like debating between Estrada. This is a pickle right here for my 5th one, because I'm going between Estrada. I would say Jermell Charlo, number 5. What's up with Jedi? Where the fuck? Jay Cotto. I was looking for you yesterday. I was on your live and you said out your mouth that I go live after the fight. You was gonna pull up. I don't know if you had prior engagements, but I was waiting for your black ass to pull the fuck up so we could talk some shit. What the fuck happened, Jedi? May the force be with you, my brother. What you do with the folk? The hell? Oh shit. Had to hit the field. It's all good. I was waiting for you. I was waiting for you, bro. I was waiting for you. That's what I'm saying. I don't think he disrespected him, because how you gonna say he disrespected him when he did that to a few other cats? He did to Triple G, he did it to the Charlo brothers. But I'm sure when motherfuckers come forth, they gonna say like, oh, I feel like that's disrespectful too, and blah 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 blah. Cap. Where the video? Did you make a whole video about it? Did you get a check off of it? No, you didn't. You didn't make no whole fucking video. You just saying the shit to be politically correct, man. Miss me with that shit, bro. Cap. Punch Drunk, Boxing Nuke, they cap niggas for the Mexican community when it come to boxing, bro. Cap. They not for boxing. They for the community. If I see anybody on that, bro, I'm done. I'm done. I literally will remove myself. I don't want to know what your videos is, because half you niggas don't even come support my shit anyway. So I'm tired of supporting niggas more than they support me and my shit. And I'm tired of the narrative shit, bro. I'm tired of people talking shit about the LDBC and then they do the same shit. They just do it for the Mexicans or they do it for whoever their favorite fighter is. It's like, y'all know different. Y'all know fucking different, bro. Oh, matter of fact, Jedi, slide up on here real quick. I gotta get your opinion on this. I got to. It's only right. Hold on. It's only right. If you got some time, Jedi, man, slide on, man. Slide on, bro. Cause you one of the main ones, and I gotta pay homage to you, and I feel it's only right if I pay homage to you in this way. But to all the people that's in the building, man, I gotta pay homage to the Boxing Jedi, man, because I've been watching dude a lot longer than even he know I've been watching him. And I gotta pay that man homage. What's up with Angel though? And I gotta give that man his respect for what he's done before I even hit the YouTube scene. And the shit that I started doing, like, I'm thinking I was one of the first ones to do it that way when I really wasn't. It's fucking Jedi. One of the first ones to do it in the way that I started doing it. So I gotta pay homage. Gotta pay homage. Iron Cone, if you got the time for your mind, you know, slide on. Yeah, he didn't but people gonna feel how they feel. But I didn't see disrespect. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see disrespect. I saw a fighter trying to get a fight, and he went about it the best way he knew how. He didn't disrespect to me would have been, I got you, bro. Disrespect to me would have been if he would have walked through the crowd and been like right there, like Canelo sitting at the podium and he like at the podium in Canelo's face, like, and he didn't do that. So he stood in the back. Right? And then that was that. But I don't see him as being disrespectful. What's up with my man Kong though, man? What to do with the folk, man? They talking about your boy Andrade disrespected Canelo at the press conference. I wanted to talk to you about it on a live, but we cut it short, you know, on your live yesterday. But let's cook on that. What's your take on Andrade's situation with Canelo at the press conference the other night?
I think maybe Canelo was pissed off because he saw Andrade in the Billy Joe Saunders jacket the day before, right? And so maybe Canelo felt some type of way about that, because Canelo did say, "Oh, you Team Saunders? Oh, okay." And when Andrade came to the press conference, Canelo already has this weird disdain for Andrade. Like, I remember, I don't know if I played it on my live or it was on Black's live, where Brian Costa was running through his list of people who wants to fight Canelo, and if Canelo would fight them. So he ran from Errol Spence, and then it ended at Demetrius Andrade. He went through Errol Spence, David Benavidez, Jamal Charlo, all these people. And he said, yes, I'll fight all these people. The fans want, even Errol Spence at 147. Yeah, I'll fight him in the future. I'll do this, I'll do that. You know, when it got to Andrade, it was, not him. He ain't fought nobody. You know what I'm saying? I have other plans, right? So the issue for me is, what is it about Andrade like that you would entertain a 147-pounder? You would entertain Caleb Plant and all these people, because your thing is, as you said, Andrade has not fought anybody. If that's the criteria, then none of these people you mentioned fought nobody. Caleb Plant ain't fought nobody. Benavidez ain't fought nobody. Jamal Charlo fought. His best win was Sergey Duranchenko, who was beat up from Danny Jacobs and Triple G. I mean, if the criteria is who have you fought, well, I'm gonna tell you, when you applied to fight Avni Yildirim for that WBC belt, he ain't fought nobody. You know what I'm saying? When you fought Rocky Fielding, you ain't fought nobody.
Facts.
He ducked Andrade the second time, and then he had doped before that, right? To get out of an Andrade fight. So if the criteria is who have you fought, you can't then place Andrade beneath any one of these dudes because none of them ain't fought nobody. So you need to give me a different reason. Just say, bro, I think you suck and I'm not gonna fight you. If you had said that, I would have been like, okay, all right, man, you don't like this dude, and I'm just not gonna give you a fight. I wouldn't like it. But if the criteria is who have you fought, then trust me, if that's the criteria, then we're gonna start going through your opponents. And what we're gonna find is that there's a problem here. Okay, I don't see nothing disrespectful of what Andrade did. He came up and all he asked was, when are we going to fight?
And how was that disrespectful?
Canelo went off on his little period rant and he was pissed. Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Nobody.
Yeah, listen, I advise Canelo, bro, and I don't give a fuck who takes this as racist, but stay away from English because it's fucking you up, dog. English is fucking you up. And you're absolutely right, my brother. You know, as soon as he said that, I said, yo, he's caping right now. He talk about who has he fought. First of all, who has Plant fought? And doesn't Dimitri hold the strap, gentlemen? Doesn't he hold the strap?
Yeah, at 160.
So then, right. So then, if that's the case, then I mean, why don't you fight for that strap at 160? Come back up and fight fucking Plant. What's the problem? But this is the problem with Canelo. Canelo's a serial face, agendaed fighter. I keep saying this shit, bro. I keep saying this, and you know when this happened? It happened right after Mayweather passed him the torch. Said, yeah, he gonna be the next face in boxing. And then after that, who did he fight? Angulo, just like Mayweather. And from there on, the fuckery and the circus just kept going on, bro. And it's not I'm taking anything away from Canelo. But it's just, damn, bro, your fight selection is spooky. Your fight selection is spooky. And us fight fans who've been watching it since you've been fucking born, since you've been swimming in your daddy nuts, and all of these Canelo fans and shit, you got to understand, we see the facade. So why be mad at us?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the thing. Why be mad at us for calling it down the middle? But what I did want to say to you, Jedi, was I appreciate all the work that you've put in. If nobody's never told you, and even if you don't ask for it or whatever, I'm here to tell you, I see what you're doing, bro. I see your work. I see your catalog, bro. I see what you've done, and everything that you're saying, you've earned the right to say that shit, bro. And you was calling out motherfuckers on YouTube way before I was doing it. You know what I'm saying? So when I come on here, I bring my little flavor. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing that, but at the end of the day, you got to pay homage to the motherfuckers that was doing it before you. And this motherfucker right here was doing this shit way before me. I don't give a fuck what subscriber base look like, what mine look like, what his look like. He was doing the shit first before me. So I pay homage to the Jedi for all the work that you've done in the YTBC, man.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you, man. I love all y'all, and I do this because, like I said, man, I don't want good folk, good people, you know, to be miseducated within the sport. So I try the best I can, you know, since I've been watching in '84. And the shit that brought me out here to do what I have to do is Floyd Mayweather with the Pacquiao era. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, me slaying and standing up for motherfuckers, I do it all for y'all. I'm the voice for all y'all who can't get on camera for whatever apparent reason. Whoever can't talk to these motherfuckers for any apparent reason, I am your voice. And I will continue to. And I want to thank you, Boom Man, and fucking Two Hands, and the rest of you tough-skinned motherfuckers that are on here doing the same shit and we are equal on this motherfucker. And whenever you need another motherfucker to get their hands dirty on a debate with you, bro, I'm here, bro. Because I want to start 4-man debate teams, man. I want to start 4-man debate teams, yo. I want to make something like a 4 horsemen on this shit.
Appreciate that, man. All good. You already know I'm with it.
No doubt.
Kong, what do you think should be next for Andrade? Like, what do you think he should do? Given his recent fight, how that went, the situation with Canelo, how that's going. What you think Andrade should do to kind of put some points on him?
Well, to me, Andrade has to continue trying at his division.
Right.
You have people in his division who have all said blatantly no.
Right.
You have Jamal Charlo, whose people are saying they would rather fight Juan Montiel than fight Demetrius Andrade, even though Eddie Hearn said, I will send Andrade over there to you. You don't have to pay. I will send him over there. Or you can take this 7 million and come over here and we'll pay for the fight. Or he'll come over there and you can do it on pay-per-view. They're on record on boxing scene saying, we would rather fight Juan Montiel because that's a more exciting fight. Crazy. Triple G has placed himself on ice for the rest of the year in order to negotiate for a fight on December 31st with Ryota Murata. Eddie was right, like, bro, you're gonna take a year off by your own doing, not that pandemic, nothing. You just choose to take a year off to fight December 31st. You could fight Andrade in the summer and then still fight December 31st. Be rested. So when you have a situation like this at 160, how is it people giving Andrade shit, but you're not giving people saying no to him? You're gonna tell me dumb shit about what happened at 154 with Jamel. Imagine you're a new fan. You're coming in and you're asking me, but why don't this Andrade guy fight the other champion? And I'll say to you or whatever, oh well, this guy don't have to fight him because he didn't fight this guy's brother 5-6 years ago. How would you as a new fan look at me like, what?
I'd be fucking confused. I mean, what are you talking about?
Just fight. But you tell him, you don't see this in no other combat sport. In any combat sport,
none.
You would hear they're gonna fight. It don't matter whatever they're gonna fight. In boxing, people make excuses. Oh, he shouldn't get the Charlo fight because he didn't fight Jamal's brother 6 years ago. And people will say that shit and think it makes perfect sense.
That's what I be hating on. It's like, bro, it's like when Pigeon said that shit, it's like, but Boo Boo ducked Canelo or he ducked Jamel. Like,
Pigeon, you gotta listen to Pigeon, a guy who drinks fucking every day, bro, and don't know shit about boxing and is trying to shadow box and look like
he's not the only one that say that shit though. Like he got a following.
Oh
I'm
God!
I'm gonna off quick and come back, but let me just finish it by saying, right?
No doubt.
How could that make perfect sense to people? You have 4 champions at 160. 4. None of them ain't really doing nothing. If we want to talk about opponents, Liam Williams was better than all these guys' last opponents. You're telling me Liam Williams was not better than Avni Yildirim? You're telling me Liam Williams was not better than Kamil Zremata? I mean, Liam Williams, it was a fresher, stronger fighter than Sergey Deverenchenko. Sergey has gone through some wars. His body's gone.
Yeah.
And Jamal caught him at the right time. Yep. Liam Williams is coming off knockout streak. Knockouts after knockouts. Young, strong, well coached. So Charlo had the best opponent. Canelo just fought somebody who had to dope to fight Andrade and then got caught. So Andrade really has had the best opponent of a lot of these guys if you really check it out. So what he should do, try fight the other champs, try get the Eubank Jr. fight in England, something like that. But I don't know I really don't know where this leaves Andrade, to be honest with you. I don't know.
You know, it's a shame. It's a shame. And you're right, Mr. Kong. You're right, Iron Kong. Like, you know, I agree with you 100%. Fighters like Boo Boo, fighters like Crawford and other fighters that are being ducked. These are real fighters that are being ducked. Like we see the fuckery. We see it, right? What's funny is that, see, this whole thing where it's like, no, but I'm saying that's all that fanboyism that we're always talking about, right? Oh, no, this is exactly why they don't see it. We see it, but they don't see it. Our whole thing here is we need to help everybody else see this shit. You know what I mean? And I think what we're doing right now, and from your lives, my lives, piece of gun rights mafia, everyone else who's gonna come on alive, y'all got to continue to speak this shit, because if you don't, what's going to happen is these casuals and these hardcore turned casuals, which are hardcore casuals, right? Which, you know, because they're Benedict Arnolds, of course, because they go with trend. They're going to fucking take it and run. And we cannot allow this. And this is exactly why we speak it strong. And I'm so glad that you brought the points up, Iron Khan. Thank you, brother.
To answer your question, Juan, you asked the question. He says, question, bro, why most people put Bud on the top of the pound for pound before Spence? You really think Bud has a better resume than Spence? Because I think that would be a 50-50 fight. Understand something, and I'm going to say this. Shout out to my boy Iron Kong, man. Appreciate you for sliding on, man. It's a difference between, do you want somebody that's done something in a division, or do you want somebody that's done something in the sport? That's like saying, that's like playing basketball, and it's like, yeah, I want this star player on the team. He ain't winning no chips though.
Right.
He's a star. He'll get you to the NBA finals. He'll get you to the Western or the Eastern Conference finals. But you're not winning no chip though.
Right.
But he's going to consistently get you to the finals for sure. And you're going to pick that over a guy who winning chip at the chip at the chip. And not just with one team, another team, and this other team. Like, he winning chips. No matter where he go, he winning chips.
Yep.
So you got to think about it. Am I going to pick the guy who going to give me some chips, who going to make my team better regardless of if I got misfits or not? Or do I just pay all this money to this one dude who going to give me a hell of a regular season record, get me to the finals, but not give me the chip?
Exactly. It's ridiculous, bro. That's a great analogy, dog. Hell yeah, bro. And look, to answer your question, sir, you can also take a look at this, right? You got Crawford, who started in what, two divisions below 147, right? Did something at 135, did miraculously close the division at 140. Then he comes to 147, gains a strap, right? And after they told him, which is the Spence guy and the Thurman guy, you need a strap to fight me. He gets a strap. What happened? Now they make a street. They banning his title from that fucking street. You know, I mean, you know, that alone, when you got a whole bunch of motherfuckers who keep calling this guy out, but they know in reality you made a street for this dude, and he got to leave Arum and all this in order to, and join PBC in order to get a fucking title fight or something. I mean, come on, bro. You know, that right there should show you. That should show you exactly why people have him pound for pound, because it's not his fault that these motherfuckers don't want to fight him. Look at Sean Porter, 1.5, almost close to 2 to go up against Spence Jr. and whoever the fuck else. But when it comes to Crawford, what? And you got no title. You bringing none to the table. Now we're supposed to give you a $2 million payday where you having nothing to bring on the table but your fucking name, which ain't nothing. I mean, think about this. You really got to think about this. The same thing with now. Let's talk about Andrade. The thing with Andrade is, see, elusive fighters like this that are gifted, the guys that are flat-footed like Canelo, the guys that have agendas like Canelo, and the rest of these motherfuckers, they're going to duck him. Look, Canelo's nightmare is a boxer like Mayweather. That was a fucked up thing for Canelo. He couldn't handle that. I think that shit broke his soul to a point that he came back trying to fight like Mayweather after he fought Mayweather to fight Angulo. He started the shoulder roll. He started all that bullshit, and y'all are impressed with that. Come on, bro. You want to impress me? Fight Bivol. You like shifting weights, right, motherfucker? And I don't want to hear nobody talk about, oh, but that's 175. Kovalev already campaigned there, so there's no fucking excuse. He can either go up or he could catch the ass whipping at 168 from Bivol, because I believe Bivol washes this nigga. And I got no hate for him.
Or 75.
That's what I'm saying. And I got no hate for Canelo. I respect what he's done for himself, but he has done nothing for the sport of boxing. All he's done is just throw a facade. Yeah, this is how it goes, when it really don't. That's like giving this nigga a road map and he driving and it's a road map. It looks like it, but it's the wrong directions.
I got you. I get it. But what I'm saying is, what I was saying to you, Juan, is Terrence Crawford has done more for the sport. Three division, 35, 40, 47, world champion. He's won the belt in 3 different weight classes. He unified 2-time unification, unified in 2 different divisions, 2-time lineal, 2-time lineal. Do you know what it is to be the lineal?
Yep.
He did it in 2 divisions. And he's a former undisputed champion. And you want me to say fuck that for a dude that's just a unified welterweight champion?
You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, look, you got a guy over here talk about this guy sounds like a hater. Why? Because I'm telling the truth about Canelo that you can't see. And then if I'm really a hater, prove me wrong and use the eyes that everybody else is using, my man Memo. And why don't you see what we see? And I goddamn guarantee you will be apologizing on here. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, look at the chat. Everybody's agreeing. So what you saying? Everybody on here is a hater? And my man Boone, who is the host of this show, you really gonna call us haters because we hurt your Canelo feelings, though? Come on, Pops. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Look. When motherfuckers was telling me that Sugar Ray Leonard wasn't shit compared to this era, you think I got mad and called niggas haters? No, I just told these guys, all right, do your homework. Go ahead, do your homework. You want to compare him to Floyd Mayweather Jr., who fought 26, 27 champions, but there were stipulations. They were either old or coming up to weight classes, or they couldn't use certain gloves, or they couldn't hit him against the ropes. They had to take 24 vows within 3 motherfucking months or 2.5 months of fucking training in order to blood test. He never give up his poundage or his motherfucking results. So you know what I'm saying? Then Thomas Hauser comes out and debunks this nigga, and then the WBC steps in, which they're not supposed to because they're not a testing agency, and fucking gives this motherfucker a TUE before the Pacquiao. I mean, there's so many things about boxing, and most of y'all didn't even know this shit. I know Boom Man did. I know what motherfuckers did. But a lot of you guys are out here just waving pom-poms with no motherfucking responsibility.
Shut up, Mob. Stop bringing up that $800. Stop bringing up that $800 every time. Every time it's a big fight, I'll be like, I ain't gonna flex. I do be wondering though. Every time it's a big fight or a big game, I be thinking, I wonder how much that nigga Mob is finna win, or how much money he bet on this shit. Cause I know he's gonna get something. I know he get something.
He be throwing in your fake gun rights. He's like, that motherfucker paid me. That's all I know.
Like, man, I know he gets something, man. I need to know what his master plan is. I need to get on that nigga hype because he be cheating. Right. He be hustling. He be hustling that bet game, man.
Big time.
Big time. Mob, he be hustling that bet game for real. Shout out to my boy Gun Rights Mafia, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. And you know what's funny? That people shouldn't be hating us truth, channels and shit. They shouldn't hate us. You know who you should hate? You should hate Oscar De La Hoya, who actually tried to fuck Canelo. See, Canelo got rid of him because he didn't even know that there was a third rematch fucking GGG fight in his clause with that DAZN $365 million deal. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
This is what I'm saying. So you hating us, in which we see Canelo now doing exactly what De La Hoya was planning to do, but he just took it and run for himself. Nobody's disrespecting him. I already gave him credit. The only thing is, I'm not gonna suck his dick like y'all doing. I'm not gonna praise this dude just because he said, "Oh, but you wanted to fight him at 160," but then he said he unified 168. Exactly. He's an incomplete fighter. If he unifies at 168, still don't mean he's fucking fully unified to me. If he wins all 4 straps, you know why? Because he's missing puzzles to that division. You feel what I'm saying? Other dudes that have unified, bro, they fought almost everyone in that division that was ranked motherfucking 10 through 1 or 1 through 10, right? And even in between those, fought the champions in order to unify, but they had to get rid of the contention. Canelo's not getting rid of no contention. He's becoming a contender, skipping the rest of these fucking fighters within that division. This is another thing why he's fucking up the sport. What about the other fighters that are ranked over here and they're being skipped?
What y'all don't understand what Jedi is saying is the era that we come from, in order to be considered what we now call great, we are so quick to give a fighter the mantle of great or Hall of Famer just off of beating whomever they may put in front of him, and they hype this guy up to be this, that, and the third. And we go off of it and we believe it. And then when you go look at the rankings, if you go not the 1 to 50 or the 1 to 25, we're talking just 1 to 10.
Right.
And within those rankings from 1 to 10, if you look at those fighters, those are contenders. Yes. No matter what sanctioning body, WBC, WBA, IBF, WBO, it don't matter. You are considered a contender if you are ranked from 1 to 10. And you will find fighters in between those rankings that these dudes will not fight.
Fucking
for
facts.
Whatever reason. And I'm a top 10 contender. I've earned the right to be that. So that means I've earned the right to ask for a title shot.
Right.
And then when I'm trying to fight other top 10 contenders, they don't want to fight me. So I can put myself or prove that I'm worth a title shot. That's where he's coming from. So stop saying that he don't know what the fuck he talking about. I'm getting offended now.
Yeah, right. Listen. Like I said, if any of you young boys, because I know I've been watching boxing before y'all, because y'all from this era with this hater shit.
Before me, Jedi. He was watching it before me.
Yeah, you know, like it's like, yo, if y'all want to get up on here, y'all can get up on here and speak with me if you want, and speak to Boom, man. The problem here is that we just hope that you ain't salty when you're proven wrong, because that's what we're doing, and you ain't even up here. You guys are just hardcore Canelo fans, and you're nationalists of Mexico. I understand that, but you have to differentiate that now. You understand? You have to differ. I used to love Miguel Caro when Hector Camacho used to fight, bro, and I used to watch him, bro. Bro, I loved it because he was Puerto Rican. He became a Puerto Rican great. Danny Garcia will never be a Puerto Rican great. Why? Because he picked and chose. The picking and choosing is what's killing legacies, bro. Think about this. Here is the proof in the pudding. You had Keith Thurman, who was out for fucking 2 years, right? But it then came back there for a fucking Danny Garcia and fucking watch him. I may be wrong about this. I really don't pay attention to PBC, but I'm just saying my point here is, since Danny Garcia wanted to fight Salkers, right, and get really washed up by Petersons and shit like that, but never wanted and Herrera's, but never wanted to go back into what? Fighting the elites within that. But because remember, his father said that, oh, that's why we fight the Salkers. We fight the big guys and stuff later when they get older. No, because if that's the case, Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns never would have met at 25, dog. Okay? Yeah. Fights like that, that's the time to put them in there. Not when they're in their fucking 30s. When they're in their early 20s, dog. That's the prime in boxing. But what happens now?
Corrales wouldn't have never happened.
Exactly.
Shit, what else? Hell, we wouldn't have got Berto Ortiz one, because that was a hell of a fight.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? So we have to respect the rules that were there. Queensberry. We have to respect that. There ain't nothing else. If y'all looking for favoritism, you in the wrong sport, at least from what we think, because this favoritism shit is really blinding y'all. Really blinding y'all. Y'all intertwining fucking greatness with good and fucking, boxers with fucking punches. Like, most of y'all don't even know the fucking boxing lingo. And it surprises me. So it's like, not to be rude, but I think y'all should just have a seat and just pay attention, and then do the research and prove us wrong afterwards, not during. Because look at all this ammo we got, bro. He got a fucking Tommy gun and I got a Gatling, dog. I mean,
it is what it is, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Like, I hear what you saying, Jay, bro, but understand this: in boxing, I could be undefeated, beat everybody they put in front of me, top 10, top 15 dude. But they won't fight me, not because I'm not good, not because I don't have the skills to do anything, right? But because I don't sell out. I don't sell tickets. I'm gonna give you some game. Yeah. In the UFC, do the fighters sell or do the promotion sell? What sells more, the fighters or the promotion? Think about that for a second. When you look at Yokel, Muay Thai, kickboxing, or you look at all these lion fight promotion companies and all that, is it the fighter that they selling, or is it the promotion that's doing the selling?
Word up. That's a very good question.
Think about that for a second.
Word up.
Because for real, if PBC, if y'all the shit, y'all on Fox. So naturally you're gonna have hundreds of thousands of people view you on a regular. You get the right name, you're gonna get the right viewership. But if you're promoting the sport of boxing and let's say if you do what ESPN did, I promise you, if you got a Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night fights, and we see that every week, naturally over a given amount of time, people are going to warm up to certain fighters because they see them boxing every fucking week versus you getting one championship almost every week. You getting UFC almost every week, just flooded with that shit. If you flood the market with boxing, you don't have to worry about building a motherfucker profile up. You know why? Because if we see Virgil Ortiz every other week or once a month, we know who he is, because we know we're going to see this dude on ESPN or back in the day, HBO every Saturday fucking night. Right. Or at least once a fucking month.
Right.
So exactly. We're not mad is who is this guy? Who is that guy? Because we are always getting boxing on a regular basis. Boom. Boxing Jet, I remember when we had boxing on CBS.
Bro, I remember ESPN, when boxing HBO. I remember when we had, and I'm old, so I can fucking ABC Wild World of Sports, dog.
Bro, come on now.
You know what I'm saying? That's what boxing really like came to the TV from Ali and all the, you know what I'm saying? I used to watch that shit, bro. Sugar Ray Leonard on there, Duran on there, ABC Wild World of Sports, kid. Then after that, you know, we started getting later on, you know, the ESPNs and stuff. And of course, the pay-per-views, and that's the problem here. A lot of these young guys, that pay-per-view was the incentive, right? Why did we have pay-per-view kings? This is why I say Oscar De La Hoya should be ashamed of himself. Because him, Camacho, Trinidad, Leonard, I mean, all these greats, Mike Tyson especially, all pay-per-view kings. That was the platform, bro. That was where these guys fought, and whether you lost or you won, you became a household name, son. People recognized you. You got millions. You got your 1.2, and the most a champ got was 8 to 9 mil at that time. And I'm talking the 80s, dog. Now all of a sudden, you got these fighters for not just fighting regular guys from PBC 1.2 starting off. Really? Where's the incentive in that? Nigga, I'll fight once and retire. No. That's what I'm talking about. That's all I'm saying. That's all we saying, kid. Like, you know, people are upset now, right? Like, I don't understand how most of these guys that are Wilder fans say Wilder's better than Mike Tyson. Are you crazy? Mike Tyson would have murdered Wilder in 86 because Mike Tyson used to fight 35 times in a year, dog, before he became professional. You don't think this man was superb? Of course he was superb. Look at the longevity he had. Think about this. And Mike Tyson's prime was stolen from him by Don King, setting him up and taking him away from him 4 years, which really was 8 years to a fighter's body and pedigree. So when he came back, Mike Tyson was not the same. And this is why he was mad and bitter. This is why he went crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because not only did he lose Kevin Rooney, not only did he lose everybody that really trained him, all the J.O. Bright, all these fucking whack motherfuckers who were there were also robbing him, leeching on him. He even said it himself. So this is what happens. It's like the politics of boxing for fighters become personal. And a lot of fight fans, unless you're paying attention and you stay unbiased like we are, you don't understand. Like I said, to all these fucking Canelo fucking maniacs, Canelo's a good fighter. He's not great just yet. And like someone just said, my man IBH, what's up, I buy houses. He just said a perfect point. He's still young. He has a lot of time to fight all these guys. Fine. Now, what happens, though? My question here is what happens when he doesn't fight these guys? He'll be missing the puzzle. Henceforth, he'll be coming up short on debate tables, bro, against greats, man. Because winning all these titles in different divisions, it doesn't give you a marker. Talk about the other champs in the past, which is supposed to be because you're supposed to set fucking, you know what I'm saying, legacies and shit. How did they do it? How did they do it compared to today? These niggas are just moving up. Yeah, I'll take this strap. Oh, let me go to the next one up without even noticing and understanding. Within that division, you have to see these styles. It graduates you because you might see a different or same style going up to the next division, and it's faster and it's harder. You know what I'm saying? Nobody taking nothing away from Canelo, so stop it. Yeah, now I'm starting to call y'all niggas bitches. This is what I mean. The Wilder fans, the Canelo fans, y'all, the fucking Flomos, the Pactards, the Golovtards, y'all need to stop it. These niggas won't even give you $1 for bread on your table. Niggas, stop it. It is what it is. It is what it is, bro. You got to call the sport what it is. Let me ask you, Canelo, some questions here, right? Let me ask you, since you're disrespecting motherfuckers here. Let me ask you a question. Which Mexican fighter is greater? Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. or fucking Canelo? Go ahead. Hit me with it. Know what I'm saying? Hit me with it.
I'm gonna go with Caesar.
Of course,
Caesar,
of course. But yeah, everybody's saying Canelo's the greatest Mexican fighter ever. Really? Did you motherfuckers forget your roots? Mi raza, you forgot your roots, dog?
Oh no, they capping for Canelo, man. They Canelo fans, man. Who you think Canelo? Mimo said, who do you want Canelo to fight? Like, who do you want him to fight? I already know who you want him to fight, but who do you want him to fight?
Who, me?
Yeah, who you want Canelo to fight right now? If you could pick anybody for him to fight, who would you want?
If I can pick anybody, it wouldn't be Plant. If I can pick anybody, either go for Benavidez, dog. You know what I'm saying? Or go down to Andrade. You know why? Because you're unproven at 160, really. Think about this. You're really unproven at 160, bro. You hid from Golovkin at 155. You show me a fighter who actually participated in a 155 division. Is there actually such thing as a 155 division? No. 154 there is, though. So where the fuck was this motherfucker at? In between what? Fucking super welterweight and fucking middleweight? Like, what the fuck is going on here? Right? So they placated.
He fought 5 times at that way, too. He fought 5 times at that way.
So what I'm saying, like, you know, like Like, look, one person here says Canelo. So Lewis, I'm sorry, but you need to do your homework, dog.
Chavez went 87-0, cuz, before he lost. His
You know what
fight
I'm
with
saying?
Mildred Taylor is a classic fight. I mean, respect to Mildred Taylor for fighting on the way he fought on and the effects of what that fight did after. But that Mildred Taylor fight, you know, was classic. So, and I haven't seen Canelo fight in any fights like that. Haven't seen Canelo fight in any fights aside from the fight with Floyd Mayweather, where he was really pushed in that way. Or even, I haven't even seen Canelo with a busted lip, busted nose. I've seen him swole, red,
Yep. Yeah.
but I ain't never seen him busted lip, busted nose, and he had to fight. I've never seen Canelo fight through adversity. That's something that shows you a lot more about a fighter that you find that we found out in the golden years of boxing. You know what I'm saying? You fight a fight. People talking about we putting our lives on the line, but if I'm gonna put my life on the line, I'm putting my life on the line against somebody who's a real threat to my life.
Exactly. And
who is Canelo fighting? That's a real threat to him. Who is Canelo fighting where we like, hey, Jedi, I don't know, bro. He might get him. Yeah, who is Canelo fighting that's giving you that?
Exactly.
Who?
Exactly. And it is what it is, Memo. It is what it is. I mean, you ain't really got nothing for me, dog. I God bless you too, and respect you, and I respect your viewpoints. But you're arguing, and I'm debating. It's a totally different thing between me and you, my brother. And when you debate and you look behind the facts of a debate will always come off with facts than an argument, because an argument is always emotional and opinion based, my man. I'm 47, dog. I'm a grandfather, nigga. I got experience in this fucking boxing game. You know what I'm saying? In multi-boxing, nigga, I know Tim Witherspoon, nigga. I know Roy Jones. I know all these fucking guys, bro. Like, please, bro. You know, this is why I speak so powerfully, bro. This is why I speak the way I fucking do. And this is why I tell niggas, go look at the archives, man. Go through your homework. Look at mine. Look at anybody else who's been on here, bro. We've talked to these people. And it's even to the point that motherfuckers we knew, like Mike Montero, who got his fucking, and it was against, guess who? Canelo, and y'all remember that, against Canelo and motherfucking Oscar De La Hoya, when he asked the right question for the fans and they revoked his press pass. This nigga can never have a press interview with any of the fighters again because he asked the right question.
Michael Montero?
Yeah, Mike Montero. Yeah, that shit happened.
Wow. What happened? That's news to me.
He was at a press conference and he asked about PEDs with Canelo, son. And Oscar De La Hoya got a little tied up in his motherfucking, to the point that Mike Montero came back on and said, yo, you know, these guys revoked my shit. You know, they banned me. It happened to a lot of these guys, bro. It happened to a lot of these guys. Look at Radio Raheem. You don't see him doing interviews as much like that anymore. It ain't because of the pandemic. It's because when he asked Wilder that question, PBC was like, oh, no. You skipped the agenda. And what happens now? At least he gets some,
Which
but not
question?
as much.
Was that to this day shit? That to this day shit?
Yep.
Why they mad? But that's a clip. Like that's gonna go down in boxing folklore history. That to this day shit. Like that's forever. How y'all mad at him for that?
Exactly. And this is another Timothy. Listen, was it Timothy that said that? Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, it was Timothy. He goes, ain't nothing else for Canelo to prove. After he becomes undisputed, he should retire. You see that? So you just want him to take it and run, but never being tested, never being put on nutrition. This is why I say that he'll come up short across motherfucking the you know what I'm saying, the big platforms against greats. You know what I'm saying? Because you could talk all that shit that he's done, but now let's put his legacy against Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. Go ahead, do that yourself if you want to.
Yeah. Let him become undisputed at 68 and then retire, and then let's compare his resume to Julio Cesar Chavez or even Hector Camacho or Salvador Sanchez. Do I gotta keep going?
You know what I'm saying? And as far as Andre Andre Ward, bro, Andre Ward retired, in my opinion, in my boxing opinion, he retired way too prematurely. 32 and old, dog. That's it. You can do nothing else. But to most fight fans like this gentleman here, that's enough for them. Well, that's not boxing, dog.
For real said, what's your views on Bud? What's your views on Mr. Crawford?
I think Crawford is the most duck fighter, bro. I mean, you know, guy, like I said, if you want to try to dispute that, then why hasn't any other promotions made any fucking streets or stipulations or obstacles for any other fighter just to get a unification bout, bro, which is supposed to happen in the sport? My point exactly. You don't see nobody making streets for Canelo. You don't see nobody making streets for Wilder. You don't see nobody making streets for Joshua Fury. You don't see nobody making streets for fucking Loma. You don't see nobody making streets. I mean, we can go even lower. Chocolatito, right? Anywhere except for this man here. Why? Because PBC knows Spence Jr. ain't got what motherfucking Bud Crawford got, and that's boxing pedigree. Real boxing pedigree. This nigga could be flat-footed if he wanted, and fuck you up flat-footed. This guy could be elusive and stay on his toes if he wanted. This guy could hit you from the left, from the right. This guy will fucking overpower you like he did fucking Jeff Horner, who was supposed to be the Colossus of boxing, and he moved that motherfucker around like he was a beanbag, right? Come on, dog. That's why. That's how I feel about Terrence Bud Crawford. And let me tell you something right now. Everybody who agrees with me, you know what I'm saying, and Boom Man right now, and everyone else who's talking about Bud Crawford, y'all got to keep campaigning for this man. Because if this man fights Pacquiao before your so-called Spence Jr., the man who's about to have 3 titles, because Ugas going to lay down, let me tell you guys something right now, dog. You're rooting for the wrong team. You're rooting for the wrong man. Because he's fought the Grandmaster, and if he waxes Pacquiao's ass in a fashion, do you actually think that this motherfucker Spence is actually going to say, oh, I'm next. I want that flame. I want to take that motherfucker's name now. Nope, he ain't going to do that. What he's going to do is, put it this way, Spence will move up before he fights Bud. That's how I feel.
I said that shit. I said this was going to happen. Jermell is going to become undisputed, or he not going to take the fight with Castano at 54, because Castano was a real threat, and I don't think Castano is going to take a dive like Rosario did, but I'm not going to go into that.
Right.
And I think he going to move up to 160, Jermell, and Jamal, because he on that Canelo height, he going to move his ass up to 68 and fight at 68 to try to make it look like he really chasing Canelo, when really he just clout chase like a motherfucker. And then once that happened, Canelo going to be like, well, and Manny Pacquiao not finna fight me, or I'm not finna fight him. Not finna fight Terrence Crawford.
Yeah, and then check this out, Boom Man. Look at this guy named Savage Ramirez. But Crawford got dropped by Mean Machine. Nigga, it's boxing. It happens.
It happens. Like
fucking supposed King Ryan got dropped, and after the fight, he caught a depression. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here with that shit, dog.
Hell no! I got knocked down by Luke Campbell. I was depressed. I'm going through. I got mental health issues, and Canelo like, yeah, he just look, this what killed it. He said he had mental health issues, right? And Canelo does an interview and says, "Oh no, don't worry, he just need a break from boxing." Like, nigga, what the fuck? Hell no. I'm gonna post that, and I'm gonna find that article and I'm gonna post it, because I saw it on my Google shit, and it literally said Canelo says he does interview, and it says that Canelo says that Ryan needs a break from boxing, he'll be back. I'm like,
caping for that nigga. Yo, Savage, you need to stop it, bro, because I'm about to put stitches in your mouth right now. You talk about Mean Machine compared to Luke. Mean Machine was a gold medalist, son. Does that not mean anything either? Fuck out of here, bro. Yo, get this nigga.
And he was number 14 in the world. He was the number 14th ranked welterweight in the world when they fought.
Exactly. So what else? What else do you expect Crawford to do when niggas is hiding from him? He's got to fight. He's got to stay active. He's got to defend that title. Because if not, you got motherfuckers with favoritism stripping motherfuckers. If you don't show up to fight in a week, like unless you respond, like, you know what I'm saying? Look what they did to Pacquiao, and Pacquiao announced that a week later he was coming into boxing. All they had to do was wait a week. But since they got an agenda, right? They gave it to Ugas, right? And that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, that was set up.
You know what I'm saying? And then look, Juan Vela, boxing is not the same of the 80s, really. So then if football is still football, basketball is still basketball, then why the fuck boxing is still not boxing? I know what it is, because you motherfuckers that are talking this shit right here love to have your fighter get over on anything. How come?
That's really what it is.
Yeah, like I know a lot of Canelo fans, right, that I get along with that are subscribed to me, and they understand what I'm saying, to the point that these motherfuckers started, yo, thank you for opening my eyes. You know why? How the fuck does a man test positive for clenbuterol, go through a fucking suspension, and then, because they have an agenda with this nigga to try to make him the best, the greatest Mexican fighter ever, which that will never happen. You know what I'm saying? Now look what they do. They lowered the testing levels, pardon everybody else that came out negative and say, oh no, he was right. We were wrong. Bullshit. If you had those levels and he went through suspension, that nigga's a drug cheat. I'm sorry, Canelmos, but the nigga's a drug cheat. It is what it is. And if I gave it to everybody in boxing that came out positive and I made videos and lashed at him, Canelo gets it too. Ain't nothing special about Richie Cunningham, son. Stop it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, MJ would have more points, but what he's saying is basketball is still basketball.
Right.
Football is still football. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the way you dribble is different. The way you shoot the ball is different. What's changed in basketball, they might call fouls a lot more quicker. You know what I mean? You might have to, you got more, the point guards are now more willing to shoot the ball instead of being court facilitators. Meaning
no. My point is the rules are still the rules in the games.
Right.
Why isn't it the same in boxing? That's my point.
Right. Why isn't it like if I earn the right, if I start at the bottom and I work my way up and I'm a top 10 contender and the guys that are in the top 5 won't fight me because I don't have a certain amount of fans or I don't sell a certain amount of seats. But in reality, if the promotional company can't promote the fight right, that's not my fault. I fought whoever they put in front of me. I beat whoever they put in front of me. I've earned the right to be considered a top 10 contender. And as a top 10 contender, I have the right to say I want to fight these top 5 guys because I feel like I can fight these top 5 guys. But now these top 5 dudes is telling everybody every reason why they can't fight me or why I'm not worth them fighting me. Meanwhile, they fighting the number 50 ranked fighter in the division when they defend their belts. And here I am, top contender, earned my right to be in this place, and you won't fight me because I don't sell out venues?
Right. And listen, Savage Ramirez. The argument here is not I'm not arguing that he's not going to retire a legend. Stop it, bro. Relax. Stop being emotional. Nobody's trying to hurt your man, dog. What I'm trying to say here is that he will retire a legend, and he will retire as one of the greatest Mexican fighters, not the greatest Mexican fighter. The greatest Mexican fighter is Julio Cesar Chavez. And if you weren't born at the time in the 80s where y'all motherfuckers are trying to disrespect greatness, go take a look at the footage and see how fucking Mexico, my peoples, used to run behind motherfucking Julio Cesar Chavez. Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. was like the president. Canelo's nothing like that in fucking Mexico, dog. Stop it, bro. Stop it. He'll be one of the greatest, but not the greatest. He will never overshadow Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., bro. Junior, maybe. No, Junior definitely, but not Senior, bro. Y'all guys really got to stop this notion of, oh, today's fighters are better than yesterday's. Nah, because if that was the case, then here's something with, if you guys want to get how do you say into the politics, why is it that Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. grossed over and beat every fucking pay-per-view so far that has been put up there by all these motherfuckers? Why? And they're old, mind you. Geriatrics, like y'all like to say, old school niggas, oh, that the 80s, 90s, that's the past, right? The past still blowing y'all niggas away. Why? Because y'all ain't fighting right. Y'all ain't consistent. Mm-hmm. Y'all ain't consistent. And y'all ain't testing yourselves.
Okay, Bob. Okay, so Paul Williams didn't get the Mayweather fight. But the point that we making to debunk that, yeah, Paul Williams didn't get the Mayweather fight. But didn't Paul Williams fight Sergio Martinez?
Well, the reason why he didn't get the Mayweather fights because Mayweather was ducking him. He was ducking Forrest Whitaker, and he also was ducking a very young Mosley. Remember, he fought Mosley when Mosley was going out the door, right? And then Paul Williams got paralyzed. God bless him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to think about this now. There's a lot of pieces to those puzzles. Mayweather was supposed to fight Margarito, and he promised him a fight. Promised a lot of niggas fights. Supposed to give Oscar De La Hoya a rematch. Never did. And he did it smart. He let these niggas beat each other up. Let some retire. Then he came back. Right? Think about this now. That's why. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Respect to Takayama, bro. He fought a hell of a fight. I did feel like they was gonna stop the fight with Takayama and Soto. I did feel like they was gonna stop that because Takayama was getting hit with too many clean, crisp punches. Right. And but at the end of the day, that Japanese motherfucker was still in his chest, though. He never took too
Right.
many steps back, and if he did take a step back, he took 2 steps forward. So for
Right.
that, I give the man all the respect in the world. You know what I'm saying? This dude came up from mini weight, so
Right.
he's a little guy,
Right.
and he came up to fight arguably one of the hardest punchers, if not the hardest puncher at fucking flyweight in Soto. So I mean, congrats to him, even though he took the L. But to see him when they stopped the fight, he started, shadow boxing and throwing punches, and he got the crowd going. I mean, I just want to send a special salute once again. Me and Gun Rights Mafia did that just the other day, but I gotta send another special salute to the Japanese culture, man. Y'all motherfuckers breed some tough fighters, man.
Word up, Ichiban, no doubt. Peace to y'all, man. Straight up.
Tough.
Arigato, bobaye, Japan.
Yeah.
Ichiban.
Yeah.
Word up. I know because my daughter's Japanese. That's why. So,
nice,
but
nice.
But I want to address Mr. Old School Andre. He says, different generation, mi hermano. You should appreciate them. I would appreciate them just like I appreciate Budcroft when they show me they're ready for competitiveness. You know what I'm saying?
I don't appreciate them. I don't.
You know what I'm saying?
They ain't doing nothing.
There's
they ain't
only
clearing divisions out.
I'm saying there's only some that I appreciate. Like I said, there's only a handful, not 2 handsful like y'all claiming. You know what I'm saying? And I would appreciate them if they would appreciate the sport. They don't appreciate the sport by doing this shit, skipping, just going for titles and not going through a division. Listen, you are the same guys talking this shit about fights make style or styles make fights, right? You're contradicting yourself because you see now you're picking and choosing. You can't pick and choose styles. If this motherfucker is saying fight me, fight that style. That's what this is about. It's not about it's about who got the hands to match this man. It's not about I think this man can. And for this question here, are we saying that is Andre the threat? We don't know, but what we can say is exactly what I'm saying. He's got pedigree. We want to see that pedigree go against Canelo's pedigree. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with 2 men in the middle of the ring saying I am? Like Rocky said. What's wrong with that? Did you guys forget about that? Come on, man. This is crazy.
Yeah. And it used to not be hard if you was a champ. At a certain weight division, and if you were to move up in weight and say, hey man, I want to fight the champ at 68. Right. I'm the champ at 160. I want to test myself out and fight for the championship at 168. You know what I'm saying? That shouldn't be that difficult to happen because we know of a guy, a Mexican cat, you know what I'm saying, that, he gave up his WBC title because, he wasn't trying to fight that for City Lomachenko. He didn't want that Lomachenko smoke. So, he vacated his WBC strap and decided to, dare to be great and move up to 147 pounds and fight Errol Spence. And when that happened, it was all good.
Right.
But Andrade can't get that energy, though. He can't get that. He can't do that.
Yeah, exactly. And my brother Juan Vallejo, I know you're not taking anything away from him, but saying that these guys fought nobodies on the way up. Think about this. You could say the same thing for Canelo. You could say the same thing for Wilder. You could say the same thing for almost everybody that started off fighting, going all the way up to 15-0, and still they're fighting because these are contenders and they have to take their rankings. So rankings fight rankings. But I'm gonna switch the table on you, Mr. Vallejo. Put those fighters of the past against the nobodies of today on your favorite fighter's resume. I'll bet you whoop their ass. The so-called cab drivers, you guys like disrespecting in the past and shit. Like, right? These contenders were much tougher than today's contenders. 15-round fights. Think about this now. You're speaking out of tongue, young man. You know what I'm saying? You're speaking out of tongue, brother.
Mm-hmm. Already. Hold on real quick.
But like I said, I love boxing. I love the sport. I am proud of Canelo. I am. But my problem here is that his fight selection, and I don't know if you guys know what a fight selection is. Exactly what I'm saying. Your fight selection is you got big guys even at 160. Demetrius Andre right now holds a strap. He's an elite from 160. So you got another elite calling out an elite. Why aren't these 2 elites fighting? Let me guess, because he's at 160 and he said he want to unify at 168. Fine. So you know what? If Plant says he's fighting in September, if Plant says, yo, check this out, I got to fight I need a tune-up before Canelo, right? Canelo says, okay. So this September, take on Andre. Get a strap on 160, beat his ass, shut everybody up, vacate it, because you won't need it because you unifying at 168 and go right back up and get this motherfucker in May or whenever you want before that. You know what I'm saying? Or December, Christmas fight or something. Or you know what I'm saying? Or fight him September, which is another Mexican holiday. You could fight Andre that September. It makes sense. The problem here is people just want him to unify and retire. That's not going to make him great. That's not making him greater than Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. You know what made Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. great? He arose to every occasion, every threat. He fought everybody he was supposed to fight, dog. Meldrick Taylor was a big threat to him. That if they gave Meldrick Taylor 10 more seconds, Meldrick Taylor possibly would have won that fight, dog.
Possibly.
You know what I'm
Like I said,
saying?
they don't clean out the thing. What we saying is, people, who cleaning divisions? Who is, when you are considered the best in the division, that means you fought like what Kamaru Usman is doing, fighting everybody in the division.
Right.
Everybody, don't matter if you have earned the top 5 spot, he clearing you out to where he got to sit back and wait to see who's worth it.
Right. And I buy houses. You know, look, Andre is good. And if we're going to talk about titles being given, right, then we got to look at most of these fighters whose titles are actually being given. Are they any good? Now think about that, brother.
Mm-hmm.
You know, right now everybody's on popularity and asses filling up seats, but it's not the looks that's going to fill up the seats. It's the work ethic. Look, Mike Tyson still to this day was the richest heavyweight to be paid. Anthony Joshua was about to break that soon. But why do you think this man was paid so much money? It wasn't because he was a beautiful man. It wasn't because he dressed good. It wasn't because he had all those cars and houses. He got all those cars and houses and started dressing good and started being an attraction because of his work ethic, because what he put in the ring, the way he used to knock niggas the fuck out. We were all fucking curious. Can Mike Tyson knock this guy out? We didn't want to see Mike lose. We wanted to know, damn, let's see him knock this guy out. Let's see him knock him out now. Oh, we're going to knock out Larry Holmes? I got to see this, kid. Oh, shit. Mitch Green? Oh, yo, dog, you know, we're from different eras. Bro, what us guys, and gun rights, you know what I'm talking about. We don't even get sweaty palms and adrenaline anymore watching these fights or even waiting for a fight. The last time we caught that was a glimpse in this era was the Lomachenko fight. That was it. The excitement after that, you don't even get adrenaline flows no more. You don't even go out to buy beers no more like that much. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you do for your favorite fighters or whatever. You might have your fight parties, but like I said, there aren't any mega fights, super fights. There's none of that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of the sport, man. You know, that's part of the sport. That's all I'm saying. You know, but like I said, I'm not disrespecting nobody. I'm just calling it like I see it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just calling it like I see it. You know? Chavez was never undisputed, but at the same time, Chavez was undisputed with his fucking hands. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand how you guys are trying to put Canelo over a motherfucker whose stats are way high and Canelo hasn't even caught up to because of straps.
Mm-hmm. I just don't think Canelo gonna clear the division. I think Canelo just gonna win belts, and I think he's doing the undisputed thing to try to separate himself from a Julio Cesar Chavez, to say like Julio Cesar Chavez was never undisputed, da 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 da. But what Julio Cesar Chavez did for the sport of boxing will outweigh. Some people I can't even say some people. Most of y'all get so caught up in the aura or the mantra of a fighter to where y'all forget about what is Canelo doing for the sport. How is Canelo promoting the sport to new heights and new levels? Is Canelo doing something for the sport, or is Canelo mainly doing something more so for himself? And it's not saying that that's wrong. I'm just saying, what is Canelo doing to catapult the sport of boxing?
Exactly.
What is he really doing? He's not really doing anything. He's solidifying who he is in the sport. He's solidifying, putting his stamp on his career and what he has done. But what is he doing to make the sport more broad and bigger? Nothing. Nothing really. Floyd did that. I give Floyd that. He might have handpicked and cherry-picked here and there, but he brought eyes to the sport. Whether you wanted to see him win or you wanted to see him lose, you tuning in. So he brought eyes to the sport. Canelo, in my personal opinion, he hasn't found a dance partner except for Floyd Mayweather and Triple G to really bring some eyes to the sport.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I could have said that better, bro.
Go ahead.
That's all it is, bro. No. I'm saying I couldn't have said it better. Like you just took the words right out of my fucking thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like, you know, Canelo is an elite. Yes, I say that. You know what I'm saying? In his era, yes, he is great. You know what I'm saying? And he is surpassing a lot of motherfuckers in his era. But he's got a lot of work to do to pass Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., bro. Like, you really got to think about this. Like, you know, to go 87-0, dog, you know, if you want to talk about, Chavez was never undisputed, well, Canelo's never been undefeated for so long. And that 87-0 should show you something. It should show you that Chavez took on everyone. This is what Canelo needed to do. And the reason why I feel a little disrespected by Canelo, right, for the sport of boxing, is when he got in front of Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. and told him on the Spanish show, I forgot what it was called. I think it's called, I forgot what it was called. He came out and said there's no such thing as Mexican-style boxing. And this is when Chavez called him a pendejo. You know what I'm saying? You don't believe me? Go look it up.
What does that even mean?
A pendejo means like if you call a nigga faggot. Oh, you a faggot, like pendejo, you know? Or pushover, you know? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what look, a lot of these guys, they know this too. What I'm saying, they'll just omit that and still praise Canelo. But this is what we mean. We're talking about what has he done for the sport. When you say there's no such thing as Mexican boxing, you have just shitted on Juan Manuel Marquez, right? Barrera, and everybody else that was Mexican and great, dog. Because that's Mexican style fighting. You even had these motherfuckers. Oh, it's the Mexican style fighting. Here we go. Oh my God. Right? Now, because Canelo supposedly is, to you guys, the face of boxing. Now everything he says erases the past. That's a brainwash and a mind fuckery you guys are going through, and y'all need to wake up because y'all being biased. I'm being, and Boom Man and every truth teller is being unbiased here.
Trying to tell you, and you right. I ain't been to Vegas. I ain't been to Vegas in 10 years. I'm 37 years old. No, longer than 20. I ain't been to Vegas in 20 years. I'm sorry. Damn, I'm getting up there. Last time I was in Vegas, I was 16 years old. I'm 37. Right. Because last time I was in Vegas.
Right.
So you're right. I ain't been to Vegas in way longer than 5 or 6. So you're right. I ain't been to Vegas in a minute.
Yeah, definitely. And Timothy, I don't drink. First of all right. Second of all, 87-0 in those times versus an undisputed Mexican champ in this time, bro. I laugh at you. Look who the fuck Canelo's fighting, bro. Look at all these straps being all fucking made to placate to niggas against a guy that actually fought Mexican style fighting and went 89-0. Thank you very much, sir. 89-0. You know what I'm saying? 89-0. Thank you, Mr. James.
This is how biased boxing is, bro. Marcelo Suleiman on the WBC, bro. This nigga made a pretty much an Aztec belt for Canelo Saunders, a Mexican versus UK. He made a Mexican belt. Like, he had no intention on Billy Joe leaving with that belt.
Yeah. He also made another one of the GG fight, the first one, the Wachata belt. Remember that? I mean, these guys make belts for the best scrambled eggs in the world, dog. Like, come on, son. And then this dummy Savage Ramirez. No, I'm sorry. Savage Ramirez talking about how many taxi drivers to those 89. Didn't I just shut your mouth up, boy? Didn't I just give you your mouth full of porridge to just swallow when I told you that any of those 89, and mind you, those 89 had some elites in there too. See? So you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I can tell that already because you think, 89 were cab drivers. Motherfucker, take a good look. That's number one. Number two, these cab drivers from back then, definitely more hardcore than what the fuck you got to play with now. Now, if you dare say, but it's not this era's fault, motherfucker, clean your motherfucking thought process up, bro. Stop watching Canelo.
If y'all think the cab drivers or the fighters that were considered cab drivers of the 80s is anywhere near the comparison of the cab drivers of today,
motherfuckers ain't cab drivers. Them motherfuckers are Walmart workers today, bro. Them niggas is working at Walmart and boxing part-time. So, like, come on, bro. Like, I'm not disrespecting none of these guys, but at the same time, if you dare to tell me the eras are different, shame on you. because the same incentive, the same shit, the same hard work and ethic that these so-called cab drivers you're disrespecting put in at that time that we can speak of now, right? Why is it that we can't speak of none of these motherfuckers now? We laugh at them like the Romain Stavern in the heavyweight division, right? Like a Rod Salka in the welter. Like, I mean, we can laugh at these motherfuckers. We can laugh at more motherfuckers. These are the real taxi drivers, these competitors. They should have made and took the full responsibility to make themselves known contenders, like a Ronnie Lyle who never won a fucking title. You're gonna call him a fucking cab driver, bro? You're gonna call him a cab driver? That was you have great contenders, bro. You have guys called great contenders who never won a championship, but gave that motherfucking champion a hard day at the office. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Who's speaking like this guy over here?
Y'all could, you know what, Jedi? I'm glad you said that. Because to be real with you, my dog, this generation couldn't handle that because the guy that would be their favorite fighter. Because he would be fighting everybody, and he'd be the guy that you know, the guy that they just giving belts to. Like, I think Jermell Charlo would be that guy. Right. They'd be the guy to fight in these big fights. They'd never really beat these top dudes. They'll make a fight of it though. It'll be a scrap. But they never gonna win, and they'll be the dudes that'll be like that, and everybody and their mama will be hurt.
Word up, son. Word up. Hey, yo, gun rights. You filed for this, but it's the truth, though. I gotta say it, son. He goes. None of Wilder's fans buy his fights, bro. That's true, man. So y'all Wilder fans y'all talking that shit about it. That's just your king, but you don't even give your man your money so he can get himself some fucking class, bro. It's so true, bro. They always go to their cousin house or son, or their man house to watch it, son, or they fucking crack stream it, dog. Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I couldn't talk on a fighter that I haven't actually bought a pay-per-view from or contributed. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you can't afford it, then I can understand. Stream the shit illegally if you can, no doubt. But if you can afford it and you say you're not gonna see that fight, I just feel that motherfuckers have no right to speak on it. Like if I don't see fights that I say, like PBC fights, right? I stop watching them. Shit that's been going on, I don't even speak on them niggas no more because I don't watch their fights. Yo, you seen this PBC fight yesterday? Nope. I'm not gonna talk about it either. Nope. Know what I'm saying? And that's what we're doing. Golden Boy's about to go out the fucking door because of Oscar De La Hoya now trying to put the spotlight on himself. But yeah, he don't understand that he's got other fucking fighters, you know what I'm saying, that he's got to be, pushing. So he's contradicting himself because he talks about Mayweather stealing the limelight. What are you doing, my man? He's going crazy ever since Canelo left him, dog.
Just trying to tell you. These dudes ain't about it. They not about it. They not about it.
Timothy said, oh my God, bro, I think you're going to have to block this guy. He said that Bernard Hopkins is better than Chavez.
Defensively, yeah. But I wouldn't say like,
oh my God, bro.
That. I wouldn't say like that. Chavez did so much for the sport, man.
Bro,
he did a lot for the sport, man. But Beehive was the dude that said he was the dude that said I'll never let a white boy beat me, and there wasn't no controversy about it. And then Devin Haney said,
it's fucking ridiculous.
I can't say that. I can't say that.
I can't. I'm definitely not gonna say it because that shit is not true. That shit is not true, dog. Bernard Hopkins is a legend, but he ain't greater than Cesar Chavez. And if you ask him, he'll tell you too. Just like the rest of you motherfuckers that were GGG fanatics talk about he's better than Marvelous Marvin Hagler. And then when they ask GGG, do you think you surpass or are better than Marvelous Marvin Hagler? You know what GGG said? No. He is great. He's king. He's better than me. No. I have a lot of work to do. Yeah. And what did the GGG fans do? They omitted that shit like he never said it and continued with the bullshit.
But Triple G, no. Like I'm good. I ain't no Marvelous Marvin Hagler, bro. I ain't no Marvelous Marvin Hagler. My bad, Mob. I didn't see you in the back. I'm on my phone, so.
What up, dude?
What it do with the phone?
Hey, yeah, I hear exactly what y'all saying, man. All I'm saying is that he only 30 years old. I get it. We all want him to see better competition. We just can wait and see, bro. We can say everybody guilty today until they prove us otherwise. You feel me? And until his career is over, we can't really critique it the whole way that I see that a lot of people is trying to, based off of what we've seen up until this point. And we can all admit He's not the same fighter that he fought Mayweather. He was a lot of headhunting in that Mayweather and Lara fight. He don't fight like that no more. And all I'm saying is that we can't condemn him because the Mexican community is backing him so much. He just beat Ali on indoor sales, on indoor attendance, right after the pandemic. You feel what I'm saying? That gotta count for something, blood. You feel
it
me?
does. It does. It does. It does.
And I feel you. Look, I want the b-ball fight now because I've been hearing it so much, and I just want this shit to move on and for us to figure out better and bigger things for the sport. Because all the back and forth shit about who better, who not doing this, who not doing that, all we doing is putting more toxic shit to the sport as opposed to trying to support the shit to get the fights that we want. You can't be mad at 72,000 Mexicans because they showed up to support Canelo, and niggas is sitting on the couch still drinking beer, talking shit over the internet, talking about Boo Boo need this or Charlo need this. Y'all gotta take y'all asses out there and go support the nigga.
Like,
bring 70,000 niggas to the fucking stadium then, and let's bring up a nigga then, or let's bring up a UK fighter then. You gotta we as the people have to come together and change that, blood. You feel me? We can't.
I always say that gun rights. I always say that gun rights. I say we are the employers. These motherfuckers don't get paid unless we're satisfied with the product.
Exactly.
And that's the problem with boxing today. Yes, it's a business, but it's a business that's pushing out bad product and it's losing its following. And it's only a certain product like Canelo that'll have certain amount of people coming back for that. So now you've
pushing out the casual. It's pushing out the casual public, not the hardcores. Us hardcores is on it every day. Like Boone, like Two Hands. Like D, they own it every day. I see that. I see Punch Drunk. I see Counter. I see all of them on it every day. But we are not the majority that's going to fill up them seats is what I've been trying to get y'all to understand.
Oh, no, we understand that.
We only 20%, bro. We need to convince the other 60%. And until we get out and do the work, bro, these Mexicans is doing work for Canelo. They promoting, they got shirts on, they out there. I raised in Southern California, bro. I was raised around pure Mexicans all my life, bro. So I can't hold nothing against them, bro, because they for their people. When I got locked up and go to jail, you know what the niggas that was at the bottom was the niggas, bro. Niggas couldn't get no commissary. Niggas couldn't get no help up in there. But you know, all the essays, they eating. They taking care of each other. And that's why I say it's deeper than that, bro. It's deeper than that. And that's a pride that niggas never really had. Because we don't want to have that.
I understand that. But now check this out, right? When you got the Puerto Rican fighters, the reason why the Puerto Rico didn't back Danny Garcia up is because he made one mistake, and that mistake was going to Puerto Rico, talk about I don't speak Spanish. So you're a New Yorican, you're not a Puerto Rican, right? So, but when you look at the Puerto Rican, which is myself, right? When you look at the fighters, then they backed them up as much as Mexico. When it was Puerto Rico versus Mexico, the shit was beautiful, right? So the reason why there is no following for Puerto Rican fighters, because like maybe Berlanga, if he continues and gets better and show improves, he might get that. He might get that, right? But as of now, we don't have any of that. I have to say that the Puerto Rican, Mexicans, and as well the San Salvadorians, because we can't forget about them, these are the strongest groups in boxing right now that support all the way when they have good fighters.
As far as community-based support. Yeah, I get that. And that's why I told people.
And no doubt, and I can understand that. But now it's a different story now. We're talking about money. We're talking about politics. We're talking about fame and putting asses in seats as to your work ethic, putting your asses in seats. Truthfully, like, you know what I'm saying? I know the eras have changed, but when people come and say, but it's not the same, this is where you can say it should be the same, though. Just like I made the point clear.
It should.
No.
I agree with you on that.
No, I'm saying if people can call the cab drivers or the guys coming up that much more harder fighters, right? Especially when we knew that they have more rounds in there, so their cardio must have been beast compared to these guys. Gotta understand, you can't disrespect these guys because now you're playing yourself. Because now when us old guys look at your fucking cab drivers, we can actually say, bro, they're cab drivers and beyond, bro. Right? So this is what I'm saying. Like, a respect needs to be given, and I'm more than sure Canelo would tell. I'm more than sure.
I agree with whoever said that was disagree. All I'm saying is that as far as right now. Yes. Right now, Canelo is the best Mexican boxer. Not of all time.
No, but right now, yes, he is. Yes, I will say that. Yes, he is. That I will agree with.
Now,
that I will definitely
your
agree
point,
with.
Jedi, I agree. He messed up by campaigning at 175, and I think that's what a lot of people is giving him grief for, because people was thinking that he should have stayed there. Now, My point is that when Crawford was fighting at 147, I knew he was gonna wash all them motherfuckers. I knew he would wash all of them motherfuckers. So all I'm saying is that if y'all gonna let Crawford fight 140 and y'all knew that he was gonna beat everybody, just like we knew that Mayweather was gonna beat everybody because his odds was fucking minus 8,000 and all this extra shit. Canelo ain't never been a minus that large. So if Mayweather did it and Crawford was able to do his little shit, we gotta let Canelo do his little shit until he finished with what he said. Now after that, if the nigga retire or he go fight some other bum ass motherfucker, then yeah, give him his slack. But 15 to 20 fights at 30 years old, that's plenty enough time. That's plenty enough years that these motherfuckers fighting 3, maybe 2 times a year to give him to see what he gonna do. And all I'm saying is that, bro, you innocent until you proven guilty. You feel what I'm saying?
That's true. But you know what fucks it up too? Like, you know, like shiitake cocksuckers, like fucking Timothy over here talking about. See, I made a point and everybody agreed with it. Now here goes. This is a true Canelo nut hugger. This is a guy that's brainwashed. And you're speaking facts, gun rights. Boom man speaking facts. I am, and mostly everybody here except for this guy. Here he goes. He goes, if Berlanga keeps knocking out taxi drivers, he too can be better than Chavez. Like, dude,
knock it off.
You're mad. You're mad because now you're gonna pick on Berlanga, and you're mad because why? Because the truth is the truth. Because Chavez Senior is way more declarated than fucking Canelo. That's not Chavez's fault, bro. I mean, damn. And especially if you're Mexican, you should be ashamed of yourself.
You can't even compare fighters to Chavez for one. You can't compare that, bro. Like that's why I said you can't compare Mayweather to Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Robinson. You can't compare certain fighters because
but gun rights, when they do it, you have to blast them because they bring it to the forefront first.
You do. I'm not mad at that. And like I said, I agree with what you guys are saying. And like I said, everybody got their cup of tea in this boxing thing. Everybody got their person who they like and the niggas who they don't like. I don't really care for Tank, but if he showed me something better, I mean, maybe he can cross me over. But as of this point, we all got the motherfuckers who we don't fuck with and we fuck with. And at the end of the day, bro, it's just all about respect. And that's why I said, me and Boone, we didn't have many different opinions and different outlooks on many different fights, but that's still my nigga at the end of the day. And that's what everybody gotta come to that realization that everybody ain't gonna agree on everything, bro. In life, boxing, whatever it may be, with niggas got their own paths on how they want. That's why it's called an opinion, because that's your opinion. That's your opinion of Canelo. But nigga, you ask fucking one of these other great fighters, they'll tell you that Canelo is great. So I mean, it's an opinion based conversation. So I mean, like I said, we can only wait and see. If the ball is in his court to show us otherwise. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My thing is, I want to see doing what he's doing.
Obviously, he's not gonna please you guys. If he keeps doing what he's doing, he's not gonna please everybody. Just like Mayweather didn't please me. You feel what I'm saying? He didn't please me. He might have pleased y'all, or he might be looking like a great to y'all, but he's not in my top 5. He's just not.
Right, but the fact is that he's not the greatest Mexican fighter.
No, he's not. He's not.
And just like Mayweather and his fans that were calling him the best fighter ever, the best ever, right? Because he came up with that moniker. They still run with it today.
Right. Yeah, they do. That's why I just told Boom, bro, I can go out to Vegas Strip right now. Vegas, where Floyd fought. And I can guarantee you, I asked everybody who even know anything about boxing, and they will tell you that their last fight was either a Mayweather or Canelo fight or that Tyson fight that just happened.
Yeah.
That's where the spoiler is, bro. But 5 years ago, when Mayweather was fighting, bro, I can go out every weekend and motherfuckers is talking about, oh, yeah, Mayweather about to fight, woo, 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 or Oscar about to fight, woo, woo, woo. It's not like that no more, bro. It's
crazy. That. It's crazy, right? It's like
motherfuckers live on YouTube so much that they stop getting in tune with what's going on outside in the real world and just don't understand that it's not like that. It might be like that in our little world right now that we talking in, but it's not like that in this big world. And you need that big casual fans in order to push these fights. That's facts.
Yeah. Yep. But you know what I'm saying? The levels in boxing have dropped, and we can all agree to that shit.
Yeah, most definitely.
Exactly. So you know, this is why I say to Mr. Fuller, you know, if you're gonna call these guys cab drivers, understand that the levels coming from the cab drivers were much higher than the levels coming from today. See, that's why a lot of fights today are lackluster. I mean, you get a lot of
you being 47, you know this better than anybody. The work ethic has changed, bro. Niggas don't hit the gym, and niggas is not outside pumping iron. Niggas is not doing that shit no more like they was.
And that's my stance.
Taking supplements and shit. Niggas is taking niggas is at the GNC filling up on vitamins. Niggas is not doing shit naturally like they used to.
Niggas is putting themselves in their fucking refrigerators for fucking cryogenic fucking freezing. Right. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. I know shit is advanced and shit, but I'm saying, bro, it's not the equipment and it's not the supplements, bro. It's the pedigree and your own physical work, bro, and the skill of boxing that you must fucking continue.
I'll be satisfied when the motherfuckers start clearing out division.
Yes, bro. Man.
Like, I get it, you fight your mandatory because the IBF mandates you fight this dude or that, whatever. I get that. But once you fight, let's say Canelo fight Khabib in September, beat Khabib, right? And then
fight David in September. Is that pleasing enough for you for the division? Because that's it. That's it. He already fought.
If he fights Khabib, beat Khabib, then he fight David, beat David. That's to me, in my opinion, you beat Billy Joe, Khabib, and David. Them niggas in the division. Who else?
Okay, so look it. Let me tell you what Eddie just said, and I'm gonna screenshot you I'm gonna text you the video, and you can see it for yourself. Eddie said, Plant. Then they want David in December, and then he wants to go up. He wants Canelo to go up and challenge himself and fight better Biev. That's what he said. That's Eddie Reynoso. And Canelo clearly said after the fight on Saturday night that he don't bust a move without Eddie. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's what he said. Now, if that comes to fruition, that has yet to be seen, because nigga, that's a year away. So you feel me? That's why I said you got to give it time. Let it play itself out. He fought Sanders like he said he was going to fight. He said he going to fight Plant. So we got to see. Plant saying that he want to fight. His coach even just said that he wanted to fight on IFV TV or some shit like that. His coach,
IFL,
Plant's coach. Yeah, he said he wants to fight. He liked the fight. They like him chances.
No, I hear you. Like for me, like I said, you know, Canelo's great in his era. You know what I'm saying? He is. And you know, what frustrated me about Canelo was that 155 division. To me, that was his time where he was ducking. And people gotta agree with me. Right. People gotta agree with me. Whether you're a Canelo fan or not, what was he doing? What was he doing at 155 in the first place?
Kirkland, Amir Khan, and I forgot the other two. But he
Jedi, tell me this. Let me ask you this: if he beats B-Ball, what does that do for you?
No, if he beats B-Ball, that's exactly what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying because remember,
if he beats B-Ball, I'm just saying, if he beats B-Ball, where does that lead you in your perception of Canelo at that point in time? Because everybody got their fight or where they gonna change their mind. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. If it's not gonna make me forgive him for everything that he's done in the past, but I will see exactly what he's done and give him his props and call him. You know what I'm saying? And call him. Okay, he's complete. Even though he's a complete fighter, he's actually complete. He closed, let's just say after 168, he closes, he fights Bivol, right? Like supposedly he beats Bivol. Definitely. Like, yeah, that's the fucking man. Now I see Canelo. But I can't see Canelo.
In history right now is everybody who you see on the playing field and on the chessboard.
I'll see him under Julio Cesar Chavez. I'll see him. It's Batman and Robin.
Okay,
it's Batman and Robin. That's how I would see it.
So everybody who's listening to Jedi, you already know his mindset is set in stone that Canelo can never oversee Chavez. So no matter what he do, that's where he's gonna be. But he still has work to even claim his second spot.
Only because he hit at the 155 division and fought niggas he wasn't supposed to when he was supposed to be fighting motherfuckers up in 160. That's why. And
that's
motherfuckers
fair.
That's why. But otherwise than that, like I said, I it's not gonna make me forget what he did in the past, but I would actually give him his props and put him up there as one of the greatest Mexican fighters.
That's fair. Definitely. That's fair because I believe that B-Ball is a small 175er. So I'll give you that. I'll give you that. And I want that fight. Trust and believe. I talk to Deuce all the time and I'll be telling him like, nigga, look, You didn't convince me so much. I want to fight now because
Exactly.
I want us to be in front of the TV talking big shit to each other.
Exactly.
Because yeah, it's
Exactly.
gonna be
You know what
fun.
it
But
is?
yeah,
You know
I got you,
what it
bro.
is? You know what it is with me, my brothers and fight fans? You know what it is with me? The thing with me is that, look, boxing for me is a tradition. I used to sit in front of, it was passed down from my great grandfather, my grandfather, my father to me. And I try to bring it down to my son, right? So you got to understand, I used to sit hours on hours watching tapes where my grandfather and father drank beer and broke down the sport, broke down the style, bro, broke down everything, teaching me everything. When I was a child, bro, when we used to go to events, bro, we used to go to signings, we used to go to everything. And you know what I'm saying? And then to see this shit not happening now, to see all this, it's crazy. Then at the same time, like, you got to understand, I came from an era where motherfuckers had to earn 1.2 million, not be given just because they signed. Motherfuckers had to earn title shots, not just be given and everybody else gets fucking skipped over. I came from an era where motherfuckers went from A to Z, going from A, B, C, D, or everybody in order to finish that shit. So it's like, you got to excuse me if I believe in fighting hard for your motherfucking fruits of nature is what's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of greatness being spread around with fighters who are fighting less and being called great compared to the fighters that fought a lot and not being called great. And for people that you guys don't even recognize. Like, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's just my stance. You know what I mean?
This is what I will say before we get up out of here, because I don't want to stop cooking, but I gotta watch my babies. They getting into shit. But but what we lost in this era, and I realized it, and Jedi can attest to it because that's what it was based on in that era. Boxing and combat sports, it's not a rich man sport.
Nope.
It's not a rich man sport. It's a poor man sport. This combat sports, hold on, let me look in the camera so you can see me.
Yeah.
Boxing and combat sports is a hungry man sport. It's a rich man sport. I mean, it's a poor man sport. It's where you go to where you don't have nothing else but your desire and your hunger. And that is usually what catapults you and pushes you to greatness. As the great Ali said himself, champions are not born. They're made.
Yep.
And these dudes are not being made to be champions. They're made to just chase the check.
Right.
And again, to be fair, I don't knock a brother for wanting to get that dollar. I don't knock you for that. But in boxing, real rap, boxing is a poor man's sport. It's only for the hungry. And once you start eating, if you can't figure that out now, then you better figure this shit out now. Once you start eating, the whole game for you changes. Look at the Charlo brothers. They eating. They talking about Boo Boo Andrade like he ain't nobody. They talking about all these other fighters that are top 5, top 10 contenders like they nobody. Yep. But they got to be somebody if they didn't made it to be a top 5 or a top 10 contender. You don't make it in this game at that level. If to be a nobody, don't go that way. But because you not hungry, and now they not telling you, hey man, if you want to eat, you got to beat Jedi. If you want to eat, you got to beat Gun Rights Mafia. If you want to eat, you got to beat For Real Parker. If you want to eat, you got to be DT3 the Boomman. If you don't fight these dudes, you're not going to get to this.
Exactly.
And that's not what they doing now. They paying these dudes out the ass. Yeah. So the fights that the marvelous Marvin Haglers and the Tommy Hearns fights, those paydays, they getting them fighting the Sebastian Formillas of the world.
Yeah, exactly.
They getting that money fighting them. So if I can make Hagler Hearns money fighting the Sebastian, no disrespect to you, Sebastian, you just not a top 10. But if I can get Hagler Hearn money fighting the Sebastian Formillas of the world, and I could price myself out to not fight the Terrence Crawfords of the world, why not? And then all I got to do is say, it's business. It ain't business. It's cowardice. There's business and there's cowardice.
Yep.
What y'all doing is cowardice because this is the hurt game.
Yes, sir.
You basically telling the world that they could do everything to earn their right to fight you. And once they do that, you will find every excuse to not do it. Terrence Crawford is a perfect example. When Terrence Crawford became undisputed at 140, they shitted on him when he said he was going to move up. They said he was too little. They said, okay, he too little. He got to win a belt. He ain't going to win no belt. Jeff Horn too big. Jeff Horn going to muscle him around. Y'all saw what he did to Manny Pacquiao.
Mm-hmm.
And then he move up and he watched Jeff Horn. And then what they say, Jeff Horn, Jeff Horn ain't this. Jeff Horn ain't that. Y'all shit on everybody that want to do good in the sport. All the fighters that really are doing the right shit, fighting the best to be the best, because that's the mantra of boxing. To be the best,
you gotta beat the best.
Woo! Not Stat Pacquiao crew, not Stat Pacquiao record. Danny Garcia, you not the best. Keith Thurman, you not the best. Errol Spence, you not the best. You not the best. Because you haven't beat the fighters that are considered to be the best. Only reason why I could give Canelo some props, is because he's fighting Khalid Plant, he's fighting Billy Joe Saunders. Those fighters aren't technically considered to be the best in that particular division. What's going to throw me over the edge with Canelo is if he becomes undisputed at super middleweight, maintains, defends, and goes up to 75, becomes undisputed. I don't care if he defends at 75. I'm not holding him accountable for any title defenses at 175 pounds. But if he goes up there and he wins some shit, I give him his props. But what I want to see is him win these belts at 68 and defend and reign. How is he going to do when he's the guy? When he's the guy and you got these dudes gunning for you and you in this one division and your punk ass can't move up to get away from shit, and you for damn sure not finna go down to avoid some shit. You got to stay where you at and go on a level playing field. That's what I want to see. Yeah. Everything there, whatever. But that's what I want to see what he do once he really becomes undisputed. Is he going to vacate and retire and run off into the sunset and not defend his title? Or is he going to be a true champion and maintain and defend his belts and really show you that he's a true Mexican warrior champion? That's what I want to see from Canelo.
Word up. And everybody also got to understand too that the man don't make the sport makes the man. Understand that.
Yeah, right? We gonna see, man. We got a lot of time. We gonna see. Hey, I wanted to ask you, Jedi, since you hit more to Chavez than anybody. Did Chavez ever get undisputed in any of his weight classes?
No.
Nope.
He just sold out damn near every time he fought,
and he beat tough contenders up too. I mean that's what it was. I mean, you know what I'm saying? My man was a contender, rough and tough, champion, rough and tough. You know, kept defending. You know what I'm saying? Like, people got to understand, man. Look, go back and watch a Chavez fight. Go watch the Meldrick Taylor fight. You will see the magic this man brought. The way he would train, he would have people from his local neighborhood like come into the gym, and that gym will be like a crunk gym. It will be sweaty and fucking, you know what I'm saying, and musty. And all you seen was the Mexican people watching Chavez shadow boxing in the mirror, jumping rope, hitting the speed back like a fucking beast. You know what I'm saying? And he was always open to any challenger, dog. Any challenger. If anybody,
I was shocked that they shine the light more on the Duran story before they shine the light on the Chavez story. That's why I was really intrigued about those two fighters as far as Mexican descent. You feel what I'm saying? Hispanic descent. So.
Yeah, you know, and like I said, I do have room for young, good fighters. Like I said, I'm accepting of Manny Pacquiao, which is like, you know, a younger fighter compared to the guys I grew up with. You know, he's done his thing. I can also see, Mayweather's and Trinidad's, of course, and there are a handful of guys who did their work, and we've seen it with no suspicions, no fucking no nothing, no bad press behind it, no nothing. And this era is just hard. It's hard to follow a fighter, and then this fighter is only fighting once a year. Or if he's fighting twice a year, we'll have one good fight, and then the second fight will be a nobody. Like, if that don't happen, it's bad enough we got this fucking, and you also got to take this into consideration too. That stadium opened because the pandemic shit, right? So now you got to understand, the reason why it was full attendance as well was it only fucking Mexicans in there now. Let's be for real, okay?
Yeah.
It's also because of the feel of going back into a fucking arena.
I was just
fights live. You know what I'm saying?
True.
It also has to do with that too. It also has to do with that too. I mean, yes, it does have to do with his star power. He probably filled in 75% of that place. I'll give it that much. But out of 100, 25 was mostly, you know what I'm saying? Nah, it's gonna be a good feel. Yes, I mean, you know what I'm saying? And I'm taking nothing away.
Base, bro. It's a support with him. It's a supportive base, just like when Mayweather was fighting. Half of the niggas that used to watch Mayweather never watched another boxing match. They just watched that motherfucker because he had big jewelry on. He used to be at the Source Awards before he was called Money Mayweather. That's the reason why, bro. It's his persona. It's his status. And that's what niggas got to understand. It's about your status today. It's not like the old days.
That's what I said.
It was about your work. But now it's about your status. You can become a fucking millionaire or look like you a millionaire overnight. Look how many niggas got the EED money balling right now. Look how many niggas got the PPP money balling right now. And their status is fucking high as fuck right now. You feel me? But that's all that's looked at. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
The skinniest fucking nigga and get the most bitches, or the fattest nigga and get the most bitches because your pockets is fat. Before, it used to be, nigga, you had to be a physique ass, grown ass, looking ass, handsome ass nigga back in the days. It's not like that no more, bro.
You could be a fat, fluffy, ugly, you know what I'm saying, Flavor Flav, looking motherfucker.
At the end of the day, money talk, bullshit walk.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, money talk, bullshit walk. You feel me? And in a position that Canelo's in, if money ain't talking, that bullshit ain't walking. Just like Mayweather. If the money wasn't talking, the bullshit wasn't walking. Just like he picked the Mexican holidays to always do his fight. Why? Because the Mexican descent, nigga, they always put the most money into boxing, especially during holidays. That was a strategy move, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And most of the Mexicans bought that fight because they wanted to see Floyd lose. It wasn't a bunch of niggas in the fans like that. It was either stars or a bunch of Mexicans that wanted to see him lose, period. You feel me? So you need that base, bro. You need that base. You need it.
At least for this era, this fucking chewing gum bobble, you know what I'm saying? Chewing gum popping ass era. Like, it's all about trend. In this
look, I see more niggas arguing through the LDBC than niggas actually showing up for the fight. How is that?
Right. Exactly.
How are you arguing on internet more than you actually supporting the fight, but then you complaining about why these niggas numbers not what they supposed to be, or these niggas not meeting ticket sales? The biggest fight that we had so far, nigga, besides the Canelo fight, was the Tyson Fury fucking Wilder 2. And that shit didn't even break even. It didn't even break even, blood. So that should tell you right there that us as fans, if you want to see that shit, or if you want to see a fighter get more recognition than what he is getting, you need to grab all the niggas who feel the same way as you, and y'all niggas need to start taking y'all ass to the fight and start promoting this shit. You feel me?
That's what I'm saying. Like I got real tired of these LDBC guys always talking about Wilder, and most of them don't even go to the fights, bro.
That's the funny part, is they do all that hyping up for Wilder and they don't even go to the fights. But what I was gonna say to Jedi's point, and actually both you guys is right in my opinion. Like, yeah, Canelo got this big Mexican fan base. They support him, no doubt. But same thing with the UFC thing, bro. This is the first event since the pandemic, like, you know what I'm saying? So naturally it's gonna sell because people like, we can go somewhere, we can be out, and we ain't gotta worry about nobody telling us to wear a mask and all that bullshit. So I think people was actually happy to actually be able to go out to an event and enjoy it, whether if it was the weigh-in, the press conference, or the actual fight. So I think it was a little bit of both. It was the fact that
we're gonna see on Triller. We're gonna see on Triller on motherfucking Teofimo and Cabosa if that many motherfuckers show up, and that could tell you right there what it really is. Because all the fights from here on out in Vegas, bro, we got attendance, so you can actually show up for the fights now. You feel me?
Maximum capacity, right?
Maximum capacity, nigga. They throwing shows. They opening up the clubs back again, nigga. You can go to the pool, all that shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
What I don't like though is that the Mexicans look out for Mexicans. Like if two Mexicans are finna fight each other, they don't pick a Mexican to rally behind. They support both.
Right.
When it's black fighters, we pick one and we rally behind that one and shit on the other one. We don't support both fighters as black fighters and just support both of them and just make a debate pertaining to both fighters and supporting both fighters. We don't never do that. And I think that creates division within the African-American community too, because we really don't just support black fighters to support black fighters like the Mexicans do. We don't do that. We pick, or we like him, or we like him. Like the Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence thing, that shouldn't be going on, bro. That shouldn't be going on.
He said that shouldn't be going on, bro. No, definitely, man. No,
hey,
my
bro,
man over here.
That's how it is, man. And that's what I was trying to explain. That's why I use the jail perspective, because of what Boone just said right now. Because when you go there, it's like you got these Crip niggas and these blood niggas, or these, you know, Black Rag, anybody killer Hoover, or whatever the case may be. You got all these motherfuckers. But in this jail cell, in this prison, we all got to come together if we want to survive. And niggas is not willing to let go of their animosity and their street shit in order to look at the bigger picture. And that's what I be trying to say. Like, the Mexican community and the Mexican culture, bro, you got to take it for what it is, bro. Just like Boone said, they look out for each other. Even when I was, nigga, I'd be out every day walking or wherever, at the store or wherever it may be, gas station, whatever. Mexican, what's up? How you doing? Open the door for me. Niggas, me mugging. You feel me? What you looking at? Oh, nigga, you feel what I'm saying? Type shit. Like, that's where it gotta change before we even get to the boxing shit, because it's on a bigger level. It's on a culture level. Nigga, the Mexican culture, they back they people. No matter what. Canelo can be fighting the most sorriest niggas in the world. You feel me? Mandatories all fucking day, and the Mexicans will still ride for him. And that's the point, bro. We gotta come to, if we want all these other shit to happen, niggas gotta come together and make a big noise. Cause if you ain't making a big noise, your shit ain't hitting the news. You feel what I'm saying? It's millions of motherfucking mass shootings that be going on in neighborhoods, but you only hear about the ones that they want you to hear about because that shit made noise. You feel me?
Exactly.
On a global level. And that's where you gotta take this shit on a global level.
No doubt. I got my brother Don Juan who wanted to know my top five. What I think, who I feel is you know, Chavez's top five. You know, out of 107 wins, like the best fights. Well, if you ask me, for me, because I've never seen a man dig down so deep, was the first Frankie Randall fight, and then of course the rematch, we beat the shit out of him, of course. And then I've got the Meldrick Taylor. I got Tony Lopez, Craig Hoke, and I also got one where, if you don't believe me, y'all got to watch this fight. It's with Buck Smith. Buck Smith was 182 with 13 wins. You know what I'm saying? And 2 decisions. Like, go check that fight out. That shit was crazy. Go see that. Those 5 fights that I'm telling you right now, and the one also with Verdell Smith. Go check that shit out.
That's how you know Boxing Jedi is a real boxing motherfucker, because he named everybody he named was non-commercial. So you really got to do your digging, and you really got to know about boxing to know who the fuck he talking about. That's how you know he a guru in this shit. You feel me? He got me with my notepad, nigga. I didn't grab my notepad, nigga. I got a pen in my hand. I'm writing down shit, all that.
What you say? Who was that? Oh, he said he fought who? He said he was 132. What?
Buck Smith. He was 182 with 13 losses and 2 decisions. 3, I think, if I'm not mistaken. More than 2.
Got you.
Yeah, you know, so
it's Chavez great.
Hell yeah.
What question is that?
I mean, it's you know, it's just like the pound for pound list, brother. It's one of those what's that word I'm looking for? It's one of those things where it's like you know, it's in your taste. You know what I mean? And you wouldn't be wrong if you had him because of the, you know, the legend and the great that he is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my kid is more commercial based. You know what I'm saying? I was raised off of Tyson, so I mean,
Yeah.
the
The
fights that I
motherfuckers
seen
even.
of Ray Robinson, I had to go back and look at
We got
those
an
fights.
Yeah. Yo, this.
You got a bad echo. You got a real
Who
bad
me?
echo.
Who me?
Yeah, you got a real bad echo.
Oh shit, my bad. I'm gonna. I gotta go anyway, but I just want to say one more thing. Look how deep. Look how deep De La Hoya was that he fought Costa Zoo. Okay, he fought Costa Zoo when Costa Zoo was 24 and won. Right? He fought Costa Zoo, dog. Like this man had longevity. That was what I think 2000, 1999 or something like that. And you know what I'm saying. And his last fight, bro. He fought Oscar De La Hoya twice, lost to him, of course. This way he was getting old. You know what I'm saying? The last fight that he had was what 2004, 2005. You know, I think it was against Wiley with 2 L's, I think, or 1 Willie. I keep forgetting. So you got Wiley, you know what I'm saying, which was his last fight, and of course he lost that, you know. But 107 fucking fights, bro, and only lost 6. And only got knocked out 4, and that was way late in his fucking. I mean, come on, bro. Where's the respect for this man, bro? How do you guys not see this man as the Mexican great? That's all I wanted to say, gentlemen. Thank you, man. Boom, man, for having me. Gun rights. It's been a fucking pleasure, brother. No doubt, bro.
Yeah, don't trip, bro. You already know, man. Following y'all lead.
No doubt. And peace, fights fans. No doubt, man. You know, you may not like my taste of shit, but like I said, man, I think I've been watching boxing before y'all was spat out the nuts. So you got to pardon me for that, man. God bless y'all, man. Peace.
Salute to the Jedi, man. Appreciate you for coming through, man. It's always a pleasure to have you. But yeah, before I get up out of here, man, I do want to say that I don't shit on Canelo. Canelo is a great fighter right now. He's not working towards being great, or he's on the verge of being great. Canelo Alvarez, and I repeat, Saul Canelo Alvarez is a great fighter right now. What I would like to see to make it more solidifying for me, to where I'm not shitting on him, because I shit on everybody. I want to see him become undisputed at 68, and I want to see him reign at 68. I want to see what he
man. Whatever I could do to combat that, nigga, I'm gonna push that motherfucker. If I gotta go to his Twitter, if I gotta go to San Felipe and Sonata, you feel me, and find this motherfucker on his yacht, you feel me, I'm gonna push him to making these fights happen. Because, like I said, I see a different Canelo from Lara and Mayweather, and I just see that them body shots. It's not about Canelo get tagged, bro. Like, niggas don't understand that. I do realize that he get beat up during the fight, but it's about if you can take his power for 12 rounds, and that has yet to be seen. And that is the part that motherfuckers got to get over. It's just like Hagler and I mean Hearns and Leonard and shit. You feel me? You got a slick motherfucker, and you got a motherfucker who about to put some bombs on you, whether he hitting you on your shoulders, your elbows, all that shit count. Cause you gotta last through that 12 rounds of that shit. That's not easy, bro. You feel me? He might not be what you want him to be as far as if you like a Mayweather taste, because that's what it comes down to, Boom. It's about the taste and the style that you like. I like a more pressure style. I like a more body puncher, counter puncher type style fighting. I do not like just a nigga who's a defensive fighter. If you're gonna be a defensive fighter, be a defensive fighter like Rinky Wright. At least he stood there and still traded with you and counter punched it with you as he was using his defense. But all that running around the ring shit and keeping your back on the fucking ropes 75% out of the time is not what I want to see. It might be boxing to you, some of y'all, but I don't want to see that. You feel me? That's maybe that's why I've been watching more UFC lately. You feel me? Shit. You
want to see somebody get slapped.
I'm not necessarily get slapped, but I want to see some clean fucking punches. I want to see a nigga get stumbled. You feel me? I want to see a clean win, because as you can see, we cannot rely on these fucking judges to fucking judge a fight these days.
They paid off. That's the reason why I don't care for the pure boxing technique as much as other people, because you cannot rely these fights on judges unless you fucking Mayweather and you got $1 billion
fucking net worth or some shit like that.
Right. This is what I don't like. The fight with Soto and Takayama. They was giving Soto rounds, not because he was literally beating up Takayama. It was literally because Takayama was just taking the cleanest shots. Takayama was outworking him, pop, pop, pop. But he was throwing them little pity pat shit. Pop, 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 moving, pop, 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 moving, pop, 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 moving. And Soto was catching him with them hard overhand rights. Boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? But Takayama never stayed off of him. He still kept get hit. Bop, come right back. Bop, 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 come back. And it was like they kept saying Soto was winning the fight. And I'm like, but Takayama is outworking Soto. He dictating the pace of the fight. So how is he losing? Because he getting caught with like 1 or 2 punches in a round. They clean, but y'all giving them the fight based on 2 clean punches or 3 clean punches, and this dude is working them. And I mean, he not knocking sweat off a nigga, but he working them though. He making them keep his hands up, all the shit. But that's what I don't like. It's like you will say a fighter is winning the fight just off of landing 3 clean punches. And you got a dude that's literally punching your ass to death. And he's not.
Goes back to the Tank. That goes back to the Tank and Leo fight. My girl, whose dad is Terry Berners, look him up. You feel what I'm saying? Terry Berners. You feel me? He was a professional boxer. So she watched boxing with me, nigga. And she was saying that Tank was getting his ass whooped throughout the fight, but he still knocked Leo out. So that's where cards don't really come into play if you can't finish that 12th round. Now, if you finish the 12th round and you landing more punches and you landing, you connecting on a good rate, yeah, you should get the fight. That's how it should be judged. But if you don't finish that work, you feel what I'm saying? It goes back to it don't really matter what the cards is looking like if your ass ain't woke when the 12th round come around or before the 12th round. So yeah, that's why I told. Yeah, that's why I said that I had a fight in high school where a Mexican dude was hitting me like he hit me a good like 20, 30 times. I only hit him like 10 times, but I knocked him down like 2 times. So did I lose the fight? You feel what I'm saying? Because he quit. But he hit me more times, though. He connected way more cleaner. I give it up to him. I told motherfuckers, like, that motherfucker can punch, and he fast as fuck. He connected, nigga, on my face like a good 30 times. I get 20 times out of them 30 times, but I still knocked him down out of only 10 times of hitting him because my shots was more precise and more cleaner. So because he hit me more time and he had a more connection ratio, does that mean that he won the fight?
That's a good analogy. That is a good analogy. But you knocked them down though. So them knockdowns. Yeah,
but he got back up, and he was way taller than me, way bigger than me. You feel what I'm saying? I'm a freshman. This motherfucker's a junior, but you know I'm still gonna hold my own. You feel what I'm saying? But
every part of nigga our size though.
Yeah, I know, but at the end of the day, my point is that even though his shit looked cleaner because he trained and he was going to the boxing gym and all that shit, you feel what I'm saying? Even though I knocked him down because I had the bigger shots, he had the more precise shots. So does that mean that he won or I won? At the end of the day, we both got up and shook hands, you feel what I'm saying? And we cool today. You feel what I'm saying? I still know the nigga to today. So, I mean,
right.
You know, it's all about your taste. It's all about your taste, bro. If you looking at boxing, you gonna think a lot of people is gonna win. You feel what I'm saying? If you looking at the result of the fight, it's gonna be whatever the result of the fight is gonna be. But if you looking at you like a slugger, like a fucking haggler, like a fucking who else? Like a Wilder, like a One Punch Tyson type of shit. If you like that, I mean,
Tommy
that's
Harrison,
your cup of tea.
Ray Mercer.
Yeah, that's your cup of tea, and ain't nothing wrong with that because that's the reason why boxing is what it is because it got many different styles, got many different cultures. That's what makes boxing. So all I'm saying is that we got to encourage the whole thing as a whole, bro. You feel what I'm saying? We can't pick and choose about what the fuck we like and what don't like because we could do that shit all day on anything. You feel what I'm saying? But as a whole, if we're here for the sport, nigga, we gotta bring up the sport. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
All the way across the board, whether it be Mexican descent, whether it be black descent, whether it be UK, Caucasian, whatever it may be. You feel me? We got to bring it all up because this is world boxing, nigga. Not United States fucking hood boxing where it's niggas only. Like, no, nigga, this is world boxing, bro. And that's all I'm saying, bro. I enjoyed myself Saturday. Some of y'all might have not liked the competition or whatever the case may be, but I enjoyed myself. You feel what I'm saying? It was a good fight. It wasn't easy because I had Sanders up about 3 to 4 rounds, just to let y'all know. So it wasn't easy. So
and this nigga like Canelo. This nigga fuck with Canelo, and he had
Sanders up 3-4 rounds, bro. I was like, what the fuck? Sanders is connecting like a motherfucker. But like I said, you gotta last 12 rounds with getting hit with that power, and that shit ain't easy.
And he hitting you everywhere. He not just hitting you in the head, he hitting you in the arm, the shoulder, the body, the hip, and he hitting you hard too. Like everything got bad intentions on it with Canelo. And I looked at a couple of his fights early. I mean, he always had that stalky style, but the way he throw his punches is way more vicious now than what he used to. So
I want to see Bivol, but he got to show me more than what he just did in his last fight. Now, I'm hoping that this Zordo versus Bivol happen in July, like they trying to make it. And then if he come out and show me, because I looked at a lot of his fights, but I'm just not hip to the boy like y'all is. And he looked sharp, he looked fast, but it's all about if he can take that fucking power, bro, for 12 rounds.
My thing is, it's going to be like, I feel like, and this is, people get mad. And I don't say this to diss Andrade or Bivol or even better beef. I think they'll be able to deal with him if he's headhunting, Canelo meaning. But when Canelo start digging to that body, that's what's making me nervous about Boo Boo Andrade. That's what makes me nervous about Demetrius Bivol. Not necessarily Artur Better Beef, because Artur Better Beef, he go to the body too. So and the motherfucker can punch with both hands. He's not necessarily a headhunter, so that is something I want to see. But a fighter like Demetrius Bivol and Boo Boo Andrade, who need their legs to be successful, and with Canelo going to your body, you're not going to be using your legs as much.
Look, I'm going to tell you this all back. I respect what Jedi said, but Boo Boo, he ain't fucking with Canelo. Well, you feel me? And I love Boo Boo. I want Boo Boo to fight Charlo so fucking bad. It just, nigga, I'm willing to jump out the window for that fight to happen right now. But I'm telling you that Boo Boo, he not the answer for Canelo, bro. It might be a more interesting fight as far as him landing more. But after that 8th round, bro, what I've been seeing from Boo Boo lately in the competition, in the level of competition, I just don't see it. I just don't see it, man. And at 154, I got Boo Boo all day whooping Canelo how he fought before, but he's not a headhunter no more. He fight the body, and nigga, you cannot run around the ring for 12 rounds getting bombs thrown to your fucking midsection. It's not gonna happen, bro. It's not. Let me just hit you 3 minutes. Let me hit you 3 minutes with the medicine ball, with the hard medicine ball, while you exposing your fucking ab for 3 minutes, and then you tell me what the fuck. You feel what I'm saying? Because that shit ain't
for 12 rounds straight.
12 rounds. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So I get it. I want to see it. I want to see the Charlo Canelo fight. I want to see the Boo Boo Canelo fight. I want to see the Bivol Canelo fight. I want to see the Plant David Bena's fight. But after everybody that I just named, Boone, that's only 6 fights out of 15 to 30 to 20 fights before he reached 35 years old. You feel what I'm saying? What is left? If he give you all them fights right there, what the fuck is else next? I just don't want to hear niggas start talking about he need to move up to cruiserweight next after that. You feel me? That's all I'm saying. But y'all got a valid point. You feel me? We all know that he gonna wash them because like I said, I don't see nobody at 168 beating him. Not even David Benavidez. So I mean, look at the beauty of this. If y'all saying that Canelo, y'all already know that Canelo gonna beat all these niggas, that should tell you the greatness that y'all see in Canelo already.
I don't see David Benavidez beating him. I see David Benavidez going 5, maybe 6 rounds and getting stopped by a body shot, left hook to the body, over.
So like I said, if y'all don't believe that nobody right now can beat Canelo at 168, that should tell everybody how y'all feel about Canelo. He must be better than what niggas is proclaiming him to be. You feel what I'm saying? If there's just nobody but B-Ball or better beef to beat this nigga, because that's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing 2 people out of 3 weight divisions, out of fucking over 30 fighters, that you telling me only 2 niggas that y'all believe that can beat him or give him a hard challenge. That should speak volumes, bro. That should speak volumes.
And even then, and you got a point too, because we got the 2 fighters, but the cold part about it, in Canelo defense, we could figure out a way that Canelo could even beat them. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, these are the fighters that we feel that could beat them, but at the same time, Canelo got the code to beat them too. So
look, I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna go on record, and y'all niggas can come back to this live. I don't think that Canelo beats better BF. I think that fight right there is either gonna be, that fight is gonna be like the GGG one. It's gonna be like some type of draw or some type of controversy, because I just don't see him knocking out better BF.
Better beef don't. Only reason why I think this is what would be the difference between that fight, and I agree, except for with the difference with one punch, and that's the jab. And I think Triple G got a better jab, and I think if you have a decent jab, you give Canelo fits, because that's what Asante Lara did. That's what Floyd did. They had that good pepper and jab, keeping them at bay, keeping them with that high guard shit, keeping them here. And I don't see Arturo Beterbiev keeping them at bay with the jab. Now, don't get me wrong, or Arturo Beterbiev fucked up. The motherfucker got dynamite in both hands, and he don't fight going backwards. He only fight going forward. So you finna see 2 motherfuckers stay in the phone booth the whole night, and it's gonna be who could take who, because Beterbiev could crack and Canelo could crack. Now the difference is, who do you think is the bigger man though, Canelo or Beterbiev?
Beterbiev is the bigger man to me, because Canelo in real life, bro, don't listen to box ranks, bro. Canelo is 5'7". I'm an inch taller than him, bro. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like an inch or 2 taller than him. So he's not as big as what they claim him to be. He is 5'7". He is a short person, bro.
You right.
He is not what they say that he is on box rec. He's not 5'10", bro. He's 5'7" on my mama, bro.
The Floyd fight. Look at the Floyd fight. He literally like, and Floyd a little nigga.
And Floyd is short as fuck. Floyd come up to like my nose and my eyes and shit. You feel me?
And when you see them fight, like Canelo like literally like that much. Like he ain't too much taller than Floyd. So he not no tall dude. He a big motherfucker, but he not tall. He not tall. So you can say Arturo Beterbiev is, he's the bigger guy. And I just think Canelo, a person that's gonna give Canelo problems is not necessarily just the person that's gonna move, because Canelo can cut the ring off really good. It's somebody that gotta have the power and the skill to deal with him. Because I haven't seen nobody
last 12 rounds. You gotta last 12 rounds. You gotta outbox him, and you gotta last 12 rounds through all that power or knock him out. Them is the only 2 ways that you're gonna beat Canelo. And we already know GGG couldn't even knock this motherfucker out with clean shots. So I don't see that happening. You feel what I'm saying? I'm baking more on the you last 12 rounds and you outpoint him. That's the only chance you have, bro, because you're not knocking him out. Let's just set that in stone. You're not knocking him out unless he just got his chin out there and he just want to be knocked out. But other than that, you're not knocking him out, bro. It's just not happening.
He's not defensively retarded. He's very defensively sound.
He got a brick chin. That nigga got a concrete chin on me and a concrete head. I thought GGG was gonna at least drop him, bro. I got GGG winning that first fight. I had GGG winning that first fight.
He didn't even hurt him. I thought he was going to at least throwing shit.
Bro, I seen Canelo's head rock back, and then he came back in and trying to walk him down again, nigga. He was like, "What? That's all you got?" I said, "Oh shit, oh shit."
And then the second fight, he didn't take no backward steps. He just took it to Triple G. Just
Because like I said, right now, Triple G is not. He not that dude that he was when he fought Monroe with Willie Monroe and Murray and all them dudes. That's the time that you really had to see Triple G at his best. But now it's not the same, bro. And like I told people, if you look at the Lara fight with Canelo compared to the Canelo fighting today, you will see a lot of head hunting between the first and the 7th round. And then he started kind of working the body throughout the rest of the fight. But if you look at all the other fights that he fought recently within his last 5 to 6 fights, he been doing more body work, which I said that GGG should have did on him. GGG should have worked the body on him that first fight. That's what I said. I was like, dude, why is he not going to the body? This motherfucker keep coming forward. You got to fuck with that body and back him up. Make him think twice about stepping forward. But like I said, the body game then left the boxing game to me, bro. I don't see too many fighters going to the body as much as some of them old fighters and shit, like Hearns and Hagler and all them. They was going to the body, fucking you up. A lot of these fighters is not going to the body. Everybody want to get the knock flash, want to get the knockout of the year type shit and hit front page, boxing scene news and all that. Like, nah.
I ain't gonna lie. I get it. Y'all like the feeling of hitting a nigga on the chin, he fall, knockout. Yeah, it's pretty. But it ain't no feeling like hitting a motherfucker in the body and you watching them drop. That's a good ass feeling. I've done it twice, not in a fight, but just sparring motherfucker, just catch him out, bam, and then they just give you the like.
It shows work. It shows work. It shows work because anybody can throw a fucking blind punch and knock you out and hit you on the chin. But to knock a nigga out on the body, that means that you was doing good work up in there to set that up. Because it's gonna take a couple of hits to hit a nigga on a body to break a nigga's ribs or finger a nigga's ribs. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that take work, bro. So it's just a different game, and that's why I said, Boone, at the beginning of the show, man. It just depends on your cup of tea. My cup of tea is a little bit different from everybody else's. But people should still be able to come together and have a respectable and a logical conversation. So that's all I wanted to say, bro. You feel me? But I appreciate you having me on. And I just wanted to give my little 2 cents and let y'all know I enjoyed myself. And I'm going to keep collecting this Canelo money as much as he allowed for me to. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep collecting. Y'all might not like the fight, but shit, my pockets is loving that shit.
Tripping. I was like, bro, every time it's a big event, I'm like, this nigga Mob finna get.
Hey, look, my pockets is singing "Viva la Vela, Viva la Mexico" right now, nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Run that shit. Run that shit.
Hey, you know, my wife is we finna get this business loan. We gonna rap. We finna get this loan.
Hey, me and BM's already been on it, man. So I'm officially a business owner right now. So I've been staying away from the YouTube because I've been building my empire. So I'm officially business, Smith Inc. You feel what I'm saying? We in the business. We got the EIN number. You feel what I'm saying? We got the business account. We got a nice little hefty 50 bins in there. We gonna make it work. You feel what I'm saying? So let's get it, man.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm proud of
man. Get your shit together.
Man. Yeah, man. That's how you do it, man. You go from the bottom to the top real fast. A lot of y'all don't know what Mob done went through in the past 2 to 3 years, man. But yeah, man, been through a lot, and for him to go through what I know that he went through, because I'm not gonna disclose that publicly, but he know what's up. But for you to go through what you went through, dealing with all that shit, being stuck in that situation, not being able to move how you want to move. And now you where you at, bro. I'm proud of you, bro.
Congrats, bro. You already know it's much love. Hey, if y'all don't know, this man is the man who gave me my name, Mob, and shit, nigga. He got everybody in my family calling me Mob and shit. My kids is in here, coming here like, Daddy, who Mob? You Mob? I'm like, yeah, that's my boy, Boom. So shout out to my boy, man. Shout out to my boy Deuce too. I still love you, but nigga, I still got love for you, P. Even though we be having our differences in the boxes, I still got love for you, P. But yeah, man, good looking, man. Everybody blessed to you and your family, man. I hope y'all had a good Mother's Day and y'all chilling with the fam and y'all stay safe out there, man. It's a cold world. You feel me?
Yeah, man. And also, before we get up out of here, I'm gonna need you probably in the next few months because me and my wife plan on coming to Vegas, and I'm gonna need to know where Devin Haney at because Bill Haney did give me an invite. And if y'all don't believe me, go to Boxing Talk. I forgot what number it is, but it's the title is called Boxing is Dead #2. And I got an invite from Bill Haney himself, Devin Haney's dad, and said, whenever I come to Vegas, let him know, and I'm be able to get some of that Devin Haney work.
Yeah.
So.
You go right there on Arville and Spring Mountain, right there behind Chinatown in the back, right there. That's the Mayweather gym. You'll find them up in there. You
so yeah, so,
but yeah, let
you
me
gonna
know.
have to take me to that bitch.
I'm coming too. I'm coming too with the film. I'm coming too with the camera.
You did.
Hey,
Okay.
Let me let y'all know this too. I've been working on this for a year. I'm coming to YouTube. I'm coming with the side-by-side shit, the dirt bike shit. I'm gonna talk a little bit of boxing, a little bit of gun shit. You feel me? And I'm gonna come with the channel. Give me to about November. I'm trying to get the 4K 8K camera cracking off the drone.
You trying to get like the zone?
Yeah, I'm about to get some good footage. I'm about to do it the right way. You feel me? I've been chopping up with my nigga Omni Hellcat. You feel me? He been giving me some good advice on how to start the channel, the audio, the video. So I'm gonna get the dirt bike shit cracking off first, the outdoor shit, the off-road with the side-by-side. As you can see, I ordered the pre-order, the Robbie Gordon edition, 32 bands. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm gonna start off with that. I'm gonna talk a little bit of boxing, and then I'm gonna go into a little bit of Second Amendment shit. You feel what I'm saying? But it's coming, man. Mob channel coming. Just give me some time. I don't do shit unless I gotta shine in everything I do. You know what I'm saying? So it's gotta come with the best shit. So I gotta be one of the top motherfuckers, or else I'm not gonna be focused on it.
And
I'm not gonna
only
do
right that you keep up with the gun rights, man. Let us know what they trying to do with these damn gun laws, because you know they trying to take away every gun shit.
Biden can try that shit all he want to, but it's too much of us out here. So trust and believe. I'm not giving up my chopper, so he can stop it with the executive order shit. You feel me? And the buyback shit, and the extended background shit. You feel me? You can stop it with all that because niggas ain't giving up nothing. So, but you know, I'm gonna keep y'all in tune, and you already know, Boone. I'm gonna hit you on the line, and we gonna chop it up. But good. Good talking to y'all, and I'm glad that everybody out there is enjoying, you know, what we got to offer for boxing. It might not be much, but it's something better than nothing, folks. You feel me? Something is better than nothing.
And as we say, you know what I'm saying, for my nigga Deuce, shout out to my boy Deuce, Mr. 2 Hands Up, 3K the boss, man. What to do with the folk? And as we always say at the end of this, man, it costs you nothing to pay a nigga no mind. We
Salute.